What's up, everybody? Dirt Sociable's back. We're here with some guests. We brought on the Hot Pit Sluts, a lot of them.
Yeah, this is over capacity of the table, I believe, but we made it work.
Yeah, excited to have you guys on. I guess like what we try to do is just start off by, if everybody kind of wants to go, we can start down that way first and just explain how you got into off-road racing.
I got into off-road racing. Pretty much my Uncle Dave and my Uncle Tom started, and then my dad would always go help him, whatever. He raced for a little bit but then my mom started racing Dave's truck in the heavy metal challenge, and then then when she started racing, that brought Todd, my mom's brother, into racing. They raced light buggy for 30 years or whatever, and then we ended up getting a car. Brother raced for 2 years, and then we got a car from me. We had two cars, and my brother, we sold his, and sold my old car, and now I have a new car, and we're still racing.
Yeah,
Kicking butt in that car, right?
Trying to.
Trying to.
So I started, my dad probably brought me to Fall Crandon. It was probably kindergarten or first grade for my first time, and then I loved it. So it was pretty much a yearly thing. We would always go up north for Labor Day weekend, and he would bring me at least one day out of the weekend, and we'd always hang out. Then I met Jaden. I was probably at first or second grade. I met him, so we'd always go to Crandon, watch him, and then I never really was fully into it besides just going to Fall Crandon until, 2022, I think, when the Canadian race team, they raced, some of you guys probably know them, they decided to get a pair of Can-Am X3s in the Pro Mod class, and that's what I do for work. I work on side-by-sides, ATVs, and all that stuff. So at the time Jaden was working for them, he was working on their Pro 2s, and they needed more help for those, and I missed Anago of 22, but I worked the rest of the races, and they did fairly well in those. And then after that, the next year, Jaden was sick of sitting on the couch, and he wanted to get into racing again, and he bought a pro buggy, and he had asked if I would help him, and I said absolutely. So 23 was our first year, and this is our third year that my fourth year that I've been going to the races pretty much every weekend, the whole weekend. So.
Awesome. And now you're an expert at switching out Ecotechs?
Have done. we can get an Ecotech out of a pro buggy in pretty much an hour flat. I mean, the one time they were loading up, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. No, last year, loading up to go in the trailer, I think to go to Spring Crandon or ERX, and the pressure plate locked up. It was 11 o'clock at night. I wasn't even at the shop. I was at a different thing that I had going on that night, and I got home at like 10, and I got a text from Todd at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. All hands on deck. We need to pull the motor out, and there I was. I live 5 minutes away from Jaden, and we were pulling the motor out at 11 o'clock at night till 2:30 in the morning and getting it loaded up to be at the track the next day. So, we've unfortunately been swapping a lot of those out recently, but.
I was going to say that's probably not a good thing that you can get them out that fast.
No, but we're pretty handy at it. Because even at ERX, it was, I think we had in between practice and qualifying, we had one already done, but we didn't want to push it. So we just said, we'll just let it wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. We can, even three guys, we can have it out under an hour easily. But yeah, not a good thing, but we know how to do it. So.
Just picking up random questions here. The Canadians, when you helped them out on the Pro 2 and the UTV stuff, what was the hardest challenge?
French.
Was it the French?
Pizza.
The worst part about it, you could understand them, but the worst part about it is especially for me, because Jaden was eventually the Pro 2s kind of went away because they just started on fire and broke down, and they just didn't want anything to do with it. And they were actually doing, Greg, the son to the dad, was actually doing fairly well in the UTV, and I think he ended up at 3 or 4 podiums that year, but they were doing fairly well, so they kind of went away with the Pro 2s and almost just had the Pro Mods for a while. But the hardest part about it was, as like a person that works on it, like the best information is like when they get out of the car and what they're feeling. Well, they were so amped up and jacked up that they didn't speak English when they did that. They would just be speaking French, and you would just sit there and you'd just be like, okay, and then you just like, you get nothing from it. You had to wait for an hour for them to calm down, and then you'd be able to, okay, so what were you actually feeling? But
Yeah.
I mean, the language, it wasn't horrible, but I mean, they were a little bit wild drivers, so there was always stuff to fix. But
Did you learn some French?
no, not at all.
Not even a couple words.
C'est la vie.
No.
I think it means goodbye.
I know I knew the word for fuck in French, but I forgot it now because they would say that a lot.
Well, if this was a time that you needed to say it, then it would be perfect
Yeah,
timing.
but I forgot it now. But yeah, it was.
Do they even race anymore?
No, I don't think so. They raced, so that was 22, and then in 23, when we didn't work for them anymore, they still raced the two Pro Mod UTVs, and after that, they haven't raced since. So,
I thought they had a pretty good deal with Can-Am.
well, they did. After the year when we were working for him, and Greg, the Pro Mod UTV class is always stacked, and he did like really well. I think he got 3 or 4 podiums. He was always a top 5 car. And after that year, Can-Am kind of went in with them and kind of started being a sponsor of it. And then after that, I don't know, it kind of just fizzled out. But
Well,
They
didn't
had
you
a
do that
house.
rallycross stuff with?
yeah, he did do that with
in Vegas.
and yeah, he
That goes
did
in-
that.
Was that the Nitro Rally?
Yeah.
or-
The
Yeah.
Nitro.
Yeah.
He won a couple races there. He might have won he might have won the championship even. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, they had a house in Wisconsin too.
They had a house in Wisconsin after that year, and then I guess they sold that not too long ago, and they kind of just fizzled out for them, I guess.
That Nitro Rally stuff fizzled out fast, though, too.
Well, that's a whole nother story. But that was more politics than anything.
Yeah.
But let's not. So UTV work. So Can-Am stuff you do mainly?
Yeah, I mean, so we carry Can-Am and Polaris, but I'm mainly a BRP tech. So I went down to Start Event and I got my master certification in Sea-Doo and Ski-Doo, and I haven't done my Can-Am one yet, but that's kind of what I mainly work on is BRP products. But yeah, so it was kind of a good fit because I already knew what I was doing with them, and
Yeah.
they needed help, and they paid pretty well, and you got to spend the weekend at the track, and it was fun. A lot of late nights, but it was fun.
Yeah,
So
it's the worst best day at work.
yeah,
So you're a big Kyle Chaney fan, probably then.
I mean, I wouldn't say big fan, but he's kind of been the new platform's not so good for the whole short course deal. He's just not been so good lately, but
Yeah, short course, it's just challenging with that larger chassis. But, I mean, rock crawling, the rule book can't even stop him from
No.
getting a champion or
Yeah.
getting a win there. Can't do hammers.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, with the money roll.
yeah, I don't know if that check is cashed yet.
Yeah, I don't.
Make more in light buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Vincent.
Yeah, so I grew up I grew up with Dick Gilson, and he kind of brought us into it.
That's my
so-
uncle.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
yeah, I know. So I grew up. We live about 10 minutes away, so I'd always go over to his house all the time. And then he's got land a couple minutes from the track, so we'd always go up there. And then Ben and Luke got into it, and we were always watching them. And then the 50th, we built the Good Old Boys car.
Yeah.
And raced that. And then the year after that, we bought a light buggy, and me and my brother shared it. And then 3 years ago, I took over by myself. And then 2 years ago was my last year. And then this year I built a car for Evan and then helping him all summer. So
you did like a redesign on a ball joint style car, didn't you?
no, that was all Kingpin.
Kingpin. Okay, it was all Kingpin. Okay.
So when we bought the car that we started with, it was a ball joint, and then we cut the top half off. It's actually it's a twin to like Jake Shulman's car.
Okay.
So we cut the top half off and then the back half because my brother rolled it in turn one.
That
So
happens.
we cut that apart and then put the top on, and then the year after that we made it a Kingpin. and then it's been like that since.
Yeah, it seems like the Kingpin's kind of the way to go with buggy stuff. The ball joints just wear out too fast or pop out or etc. or rotate or...
Yeah,
If
but
you can find the
Kingpin
part.
parts are allegedly
Allegedly?
Yep.
no more. You can't find them, so.
No, that's right. They
Looks up when Tommy posted that he
Yeah,
found parts that you couldn't find.
Yeah, he drove, but he bought like 12 like front beams, complete, like stock. I guess he paid like $1,000 for him. He had to go to Missouri.
Oh, I was gonna say.
That's-
there you
Drove all
go.
the way to Missouri. We just
Yeah, $1,000 you could sell a set of arms for like $300
I
though,
get it.
because you can't find them. Like Barnum's wife, whatever. I guess they have none. So now you gotta start going to junkyards. Hopefully find one or buy them off Facebook Marketplace. I guess.
So that's what he used to do. I
Did
mean,
his-
Barnum would go around and I thought that's
Yeah.
what his whole thing was. He went around
Yeah,
and found
junk-
stuff at
I don't.
salvage.
Yeah, but I don't know where he found them. You know.
Yeah, he had his connections. He put his
Yeah.
ear to the ground and heard them
That-
Volkswagens coming.
I think that's gonna be the biggest thing though. Is like
that's gonna hurt light buggies. You
Yeah.
can't get parts and then
So is his stock liquidated now, or is it still?
it's gone. I guess
Oh,
his
it is all gone?
junkers pretty much. There's not. I guess we were talking to some people and she has a little bit of ball joint stuff left, but not much. But they're trying to get out of it, get out of the junkyard side and just keep the store side. I don't know what the
okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough thing for buggies. Like
just light. I mean, 1600s. They're all manufactured.
Yeah, you 1600s.
Yeah.
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 But that's gonna be the one thing that's gonna hurt light buggy, and hopefully it stays around. But you never know what happens.
Oh, it'll be there forever.
they'll have to rule
being-
change or something at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably still front arms, but I don't know if people are gonna want to pay.
We're still going through it. I mean,
Supply,
all of
supply and
it's-
demand.
Yeah.
It's all machine work. It's a
Mhm.
lot of it's expensive for that, but
So Steve, you're kind of the leader of this group. We'd call it kind of the
Supposedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to claim them all. I mean, we got Evan who subs in. Peter's been there the most from the beginning. So he's our jackman.
no.
Oh,
Lug
Lug
Slut.
Slut. Oh, yeah.
Lug
Our jackman comes and goes.
Jackman comes and goes. He hasn't been there a
Yeah.
lot this year.
I think he only went to one race this whole year.
Yeah.
Jordan. So Jordan was always our jackman.
Yeah.
And then, but then Jaden now has been stepping up and doing that. So I mean, mostly I'm just there to stop and say, hey, how's it going?
Supervisor.
But yeah, but
Hold the hot
No.
pit sign.
I wasn't even there when it first started because it was more of, it was like you guys had like a pit. And
Well,
then,
it was because in 23 we had 5 cars in our campsite. We had 5 cars that spread across 4 different classes. So it was like, well, we pitted for everybody in our pits, obviously, and then that was 4 classes already, and there was people in that class that wanted help. It was like, well, we're there anyway, and then that's when it was C-Pod that came.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are like Hot Pit Sluts, and
Yep.
kind of just stuck.
So yeah, so then that year we had C-Pod, Jaden, Vince, Bevan, and Ben.
and that.
And Adam.
And Adam.
So we had 3 light buggies, 1600, pro buggy, and a pro spec. So then that was.
Let's get your intro first, and then we're gonna go into.
What
the
am
intro.
I?
Yeah,
Well,
your
I could
intro, and then
say-
we're gonna go to how the Hot
I think
Pit
I was
Sluts
2
have
weeks old when
formed.
I went to my first race. So yeah,
You
my
mean you
dad-
weren't born at the track?
No. If I
Close.
know correctly, I don't really know correctly. Allegedly, it was like I was born, and then my dad had to leave to go to a race, and then I went to the following race. But yeah, so from there, I mean, I was at the track since 2002, and then once Dad stopped racing, I kind of stopped going. I mean, the only time I would go would be probably Bark River and Crandon with Lemke's, just because Todd was still racing. And then I would say then once college came, I mean, different interests. So, I mean, I still follow, but it was hit or miss. It was just maybe fall Crandon. Then started going a lot more, say, right after college. And then that's when Ben got his first light buggy. I think that was my first hot pit experience, sitting in the pits with
Did he get
Luke.
Did he get a lot of flat tires?
He did the first time I was there. So I was sitting in the. We were sitting like, okay, like what do I do? And then they're like, and his dad Bill was like, well, don't worry, like we don't. There's no reason why we're even here. There's no pit. And then all of a sudden I'm like, isn't that him coming now? And he goes, oh shit, yeah, here we go. And I was like, well, okay, we got to do something. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but so yeah, I don't even know what year that was that you started back up right.
14.
14. Okay. So in 14, I would say then that's when I probably started coming back to the track more regularly. Then I went, pretty much wherever Jaden and Todd went, I would tag along with them, going to all the races. And then Jordan started racing. And then once Evan started racing, then I was his spotter. So moved up from being a hot pit bitch to being a spotter.
Yeah.
And then just because of them being in Coleman, then I got to know the Bushmakers, Dexter then too. And then I spotted for Dexter. Started out because he took over for him in his side-by-side.
Yep.
So I spotted for him. Then that's how I got to know C-Pod. Just because he pitted, I think, 1 year with them, and then we were right next door. And
Because Eric
Hill was there too. And then my buddy Nick, he was good friends with Eric Hill. And then so we Nick and I would go out partying, and C-Pod wouldn't like that because he was expecting Nick to be working on his stuff, but didn't realize that we party all night, but then wake up in the morning and get right back to work. So
How's that working out with the older age now?
that's still fine. I think actually I wake up earlier. Honestly.
You do wake up earlier.
See, the problem is,
I think I wake up earlier now.
I come by your guys' camp, and there's two things that you can always count on in a race weekend. One, there's a really good chance of rain, and two, the Hawker and Lemke pit is going to be partying late. And I leave there
we
and I
don't
wake
try
up
to
and
do
I
that.
go,
It just happens.
Yeah.
It just tends to happen. It's like all of a sudden it's like 11:30. Then we're kind of thinking about maybe it's time. And then guys from RNS they show up. Taylor
Yeah.
Roloff shows up. Well, then we're talking. Then more people show up.
And
Then all of a
Booth
sudden
show
we
up.
got
And then Stingles.
because everybody knows that.
yeah.
you
Then
guys
all of a
have
sudden we
spot.
got 20 people in our pits, and it's like 1:30 at night, and we just sit there and talk and have a good time. It just happens naturally. I don't know.
Heck, I think that's 50%, if not maybe more, of what racing's
Yeah.
about.
Sometimes I enjoy that more than racing. Yeah.
I mean, I bet you some of my most nights though were like better us walking around.
You just
Yeah.
walk
And then
around.
Yeah.
Now we don't. Now everyone just comes to us. We're like,
Yeah.
well, now we don't move. Like,
Yeah.
come on, let's go. But no, it's always fun at the races. But yeah, so then that's how I got to know C-Pod, and then after Evan and Jordan stopped racing for a couple years, then I had nowhere else to go. So basically, I started helping. Actually, what happened was my buddy Nick lived right across the road from Eric Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so it was just convenient that C-Pod was working out of Eric Hill's shed. So it was just kind of, that's how it all fell together, just all out of luck.
So
And
is this
then-
like circa area 2016?
No, that would be
COVID.
COVID year.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah, because I bought that
Yeah.
golf cart COVID year.
Yeah.
That was a COVID project. So then, that was like 2020. I think that was the first year of Champ.
Yeah.
So then I'm trying to think. I didn't really, C-Pod did the side-by-side sports stuff. I wasn't along for that really.
Yeah, he did a lot of that.
And then he
He
sold his car,
the f-
so we just hung out.
Yeah. The first year you really helped him was when he got the pro light with
Yeah.
KGB.
Yep.
That would have been 21 or
Yep.
no, 20.
So then,
21.
21. So KGB had a ride for him. Actually, the big COVID party he was supposed to, that fall run, because that was the late fall. He was supposed to run a pro light that race, but he got COVID, so then he couldn't be there. So then it was the next following year was that full year that he was trying to figure out how to go from a side by side to a pro light. So.
Yeah. Then he ended up in Pro Stack.
Then he went to Pro Spec. That was all on his own. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah, I went from KGB's pit, then
Took a year off.
took a year off.
And
He
bought the
then he
truck
bought his
before
own
Fall
Pro
Crandon.
Light for Fall Crandon, raced that, and then we went to Mikey's to build Pro Spec. And then we did the whole pro spec thing, and then he sadly passed. But then that's how I guess the Hot Pit Sluts came about, because we were honoring that.
Yeah.
And then yes, there was that. And then then I made it just seemed natural to go back. I mean, with Lemke and Hockers. I mean, so I'm there every weekend.
Now you're a driver.
Oh yeah, then now so that's another thing too.
Huge
so,
roundabout.
Yeah, all the way back.
Now I drive.
So now I drive. I forgot I drive.
I rear-end people.
I mean, I didn't think I'd be that fast. So
All gas, no brake.
that's what I was told. Is just you got to stay on it. But yeah.
Well, that works if everybody else stays on it.
I mean, when you told me, well, maybe we'll fast forward to that a little bit. When you told me about the Dirt City, how you ended up, rear-ending somebody at a pretty significant rate of speed, you were like, yep, I was way in the back. I know the green flag's going to be dropped when I'm coming out of the hole, so I'm just going to keep it pinned, and I'm going to keep it tight to that wall. Unfortunately, that accident was right at the wall.
No, someone decided to take out Drew. All of a sudden, I see 3 cars in front of me, Drew just going sideways. I'm like, this sucks. Like, now what do I... And I'm like, maybe I jump the guy in front of me, but that's a dumb idea. I'm going to just beat that. I'm like, well, hopefully I can just square up and hit the guy in front of me.
No,
And-
bent the tire out.
Yeah.
No, I did. I hit him hard, and then the car bounced off, and then the wheel ripped out, and then I was just like...
It was pretty hard.
And I'm like, this is not cool.
I do.
I'm like,
have
oh,
to,
that's first light buggy.
I do have to appreciate though that you put your Hot Pits Sluts that are the backup guys. You put them to work a little bit.
My plan was I was almost thinking about dipping in at halfway, because I'm like, oh, I'm already back here. I might as well just jump in and be like, hey, what's going on?
It would have saved you.
It might have. It probably would have. I would have been fine then.
Yeah.
Could have avoided that stupid wreck. But no. No, it was, yeah. So, obviously, yeah, I got Adam Cambrick's car, so he's battling cancer right now.
Yeah.
So he told me after Anago, he came out to the races, watched Evan and all them race, and he's like, I want you to race my car. He's like, I'm like, okay, I'll try. I've never done this before. Never really drove a stick before, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
To the parade.
Yeah, he's another Easty Pier kid, right?
No, I think was a Schwabenon.
That's why I'm not okay.
Yeah.
But he lives up by. on
Yeah,
the
so
hill
now
there.
he lives out in Rockland, kind of by my parents. So, but yeah, his parents, my parents, family, friends. I mean, that's how Bill, his dad, they're all grew up at the racetrack together, did stuff together. So
Yeah, I've hung out
all
with him multiple
family.
times and used his test track, and super nice guy. So
yeah,
We should start Friday night.
We are
out
all-
there. Have a good Adam's backyard.
good. But so I guess at Crandon, just to help Adam out, we do have Hot Pit Slut shirts, because they were actually, we had a lot of people at every track taking pictures of them, kind of. We could always hear them like, hey, we got to take pictures. Like, that's hilarious.
yeah.
So
Is this the updated version?
No, this is
that is
last
not,
year.
that was last year's. So this year it'll be the same front logo, updated back, and then we have something in honor of Adam. So I have shirts to sell at the track, and then I'll also have Amber Holcher has been helping me out, and then she'll have a link posted, so whoever's on at the track can always order them too.
Yeah, and then that's just like direct to your door if you decide.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really
Either
cool.
to me or to your own door. But yeah, whatever comes out of that, that's just going straight to Adam, just to help him out with any medical
Yeah.
or expenses. So
That's awesome to hear. We will share the crap out of that. Whenever
It's
it
the
is.
first time other people have been able to get them.
Yeah.
It's always only been us that's had them, and people, they'll see us walking. Hey, where do you get those shirts? I was like, you always got to say. I was like, no, you can't get them. It's only for the actual hot
unless
pit
you want
sluts.
to pit.
Unless you want to be in the hot pits when it's 95 degrees.
Yeah,
then you
wear
gotta-
pants.
You gotta
Pants
bundle
and
some,
bands.
Yeah.
some lug nuts for those.
It was always hot in the pits. It sucked.
This year's
Spring
got to be the
Crandon,
hottest.
Spring Crandon was
This
rough.
year's the hottest summer. It had to be the hottest summer.
We were hoping for like a 70-degree day at Bark River, and then maybe snow at Crandon. Like, I would be happy with
Yeah,
that.
that'd be awesome. There's
Snow?
Yeah, like, it's been just so hot, like
No.
just miserably hot.
You just want snow?
Dude, I remember waking up at a spring Crandon when I was racing and sleeping in my race trailer. Not exactly insulated, all that fun stuff. And I remember walking out and there was frost on the grass. That was miserable. And you're asking for snow.
Oh yeah. I would love it.
It's 90
Think,
all year
think
long.
how sweet it'd be though. You see light buggies out on the track and it's snowing.
Pushing
out.
snow.
That would be
That's
pretty.
sweet.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. You guys complain about the mud, but now you want a pile of snow to go through?
Oh, mud. Yeah, I don't want to race in mud.
As long as Falkern.
Now I'm a racer. I don't want to do that.
As long as Falkern is not as hot as Springton, I think I'll be alright. You
It-
wake up in the
it
morning,
was
it's
hot.
like 90 degrees already. You just don't want to even be there anymore.
I was hoping for a weekend this whole summer of just wearing shorts and a hoodie, and I
This-
don't think we had that.
This weather we've been getting in this last week.
Yeah,
it's
we'll
been-
watch. Next week it's gonna be 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And raining. It has to rain. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. It has to rain.
Yeah. Well, that will ruin the schedule.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah.
Granted, they've been lucky the past couple of years. There hasn't been a single rain delay at all because if they do,
Hopefully it
the
rains on
schedule is
Sunday.
packed.
Yeah, and we got that makeup rounds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere rain can be in that schedule.
No,
Yeah, it's never is.
7 a.m. to 9 p.m. for 3 days in a row.
Is that what time?
7 a.m.
Drivers
all 3
meeting.
days.
All 3 days?
Well,
Well, not
Friday, 'cause
Sunday.
You have
The
Friday,
parade.
you have the parade.
Yeah. Is it? Do we have the meeting at the parade or no?
No,
Okay,
I don't
got
think-
rid of that.
The last couple of years that Champ has ran it, they just didn't have a drivers meeting. But before Champ, they'd always have the drivers meeting downtown.
That was
Yeah.
always a mess.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's so many people, and then all the races are like piled in the middle of the street just trying to listen. You can't
And
hear.
you could hardly hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you bringing the buggy down?
No,
Okay, yeah. I didn't plan on bringing the buggy down.
because
Yeah, last year.
Because by the time you get down there, and then now you gotta rush to get back.
Yeah,
Basically-
there's always that conundrum there that
Yeah.
with the sportsman stuff, and it's understandable. But hopefully, every single pro guy brings their stuff down then and
Yeah.
fills the streets up.
Yeah, I don't have any big time sponsors, and none of my sponsors are gonna be there. I mean, I guess it sucks, but
It's always a nice photo op opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's tough too. Like to your point, you're always rushing to get back, and then
yeah.
I remember one
You get
year.
lost.
Yeah, one year.
I got lost.
Took you through the woods.
I
One
went through
year,
the woods
someone
and I got lost.
shows up and they had to go like from the parade to the track to race.
Yeah, that's because I think normally it was
Side by
sportsman.
side
Yeah, now
last
it's
year. Yeah, there was a bunch of people they're all pissed off because they got back to the track.
Yeah.
They're going to line up and the race already started.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
always a struggle. And then we have the schedule is makeup races. Now we have the rally stuff
It's one
that's
day.
being added on too. So I mean, it's just
Sunday.
always
Four.
more and
Ultra
more and more
4,
stuff.
yeah.
Youth Ultra 4. Regular Ultra
Is there?
4.
Yeah, there's
youth
youth
at-
ultra four
yeah.
stuff.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
that's it. I enjoy that stuff for at night. Definitely makes.
Oh, dude, the rock stuff at
Yeah.
night.
Yes.
That is awesome.
But yeah, it's still like just the whole day of like practice and stuff. I mean, I wish you could get more than
Yeah.
2 laps.
Just make
but-
it one.
I mean, even for myself, I just said I'm gonna go wide open over the barn jump, and Evan's like, "You're an idiot for doing that."
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm like, "Why not?" But,
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do
Okay, so we now know where we're going to video.
You're going to be in the Rhinelander Hospital.
well, I heard they had a chiropractor on. They normally do.
I think
you're
you
gonna
might need more
than a
than-
chiropractor. You might need a chiropractor after the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where it'd be nice to at least get like. I wish everyone would get like 5 laps, like
Yeah.
because normally you take like 2 to like shake down, and then you can actually go after it. But
When I
that's
raced out
basically a race now. So
when I raced out in Victorville out west, we had 3 rounds of practice, and they were like 5, maybe even 8 laps of practice. That was nice.
I didn't think. I mean, I remember. I was pretty young, but I feel like you could practice every day, but that was
Yeah.
a lot less classes.
Back when
I think- I mean-
Torque was...
Well, there was back Torque. It was a shake. They call them shakedown laps, right?
Yeah, but you got like practice like Friday, I think. It was like afternoon. It wasn't like, and then you had practice Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Like you had like
Yeah,
3 laps
yeah.
Saturday morning, 3 laps Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But
So we also have a side table here. We got Ben and Jenny, the infamous 1600 buggy driver, and the infamous garage door burnout girl.
oh,
We
that's
won't-
what you didn't want to bring up.
We won't bring that up again until later. But so any new news with Ben?
No.
You're doing good for the last 2 races here, 4ths.
But yeah, it's pretty okay. I wish I hadn't choked away that one at White River, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, Tizzle took your lunch on that, man.
Games.
Why'd you give your lunch away?
Yeah, that was my bad. I don't know.
That's all right. Lessons learned.
Yeah. Yes.
So
That's all right.
refreshed bullet in there. We're ready to go for grindy.
It was fresh for Bark River.
Okay.
So the one after Lena, it blew oil all over the place, and I compression tested it and it didn't look good. So we hit up our engine builder Rob, and he turned one around for me in the 2 weeks between Lena and Bark River. He was fresh to Bark River, so yeah, it'll stay in there and hopefully make her one more weekend.
Awesome. So if we hear any commentaries, he's going to keep us honest over here as we're talking about off-road racing.
Well, I probably need, I don't know why I would think you would know more shit. Well, keep me honest in my history, but
No, it's,
hey, that would know. Jenny knows most? You know more?
Well, I know that he was at hospital when you were right kind of their first year, when you were 2 weeks old. Bob didn't tell you that?
No.
Yeah.
It's hot news.
So
Hot news.
You could hear it.
that's why I mean,
there we go.
I mean, you were 2 weeks old, but I think you was at hospital.
Probably heat stroke from heat.
Was anything like this year?
I mean, that was, yeah. I mean, I'd say Cran's probably the most track I know. Besides, I think,
Luxembourg, maybe?
is it Luxembourg? There was a track that it was like, it was Memorial Weekend, so I thought it was Anago. What was Memorial?
Memorial Day 100.
Yeah, that's what it is. So that's always near my birthday. And then they had the kid bike race, and then I ended up winning. So then I got a bike.
I lost
And you lost.
because I gave it away.
Yeah, you waited for your friend.
Well, yeah.
Win!
Choked away. In the
Yeah,
last
look
quarter
back
and a half.
for what, Jessica Greaves? You were looking back for Jessica Greaves or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for Jessica Greaves and kept up.
Yep.
I was in the lead, though.
So
So I did.
that was before my time. I didn't hang out the track that young either. So explain, there was a bike race?
Yeah, like now the IOTA series, they kind of do like little kid race stuff. They did that at Soda. So when it was Soda back in the day, they would have bike races. I don't even really remember it a whole lot. I just remember that one time because I got a bike.
Yeah, you won a bike. Yeah.
Yep, and it was like my birthday weekend, and I was like, hell yeah.
I
But
did want a bike, but I just did not.
Yep.
Didn't care.
but yeah, they had so Jenny, because she was probably like maybe 4.
You had 3-wheelers.
Then you had the little 3, like those big plastic wheel 3 things,
yeah.
and you're just in the front of the crowd. And I mean, I'm sure the crowd just going like I would go nuts right now. You see like a group of little kids, it's like
It's like when you
Let's
go
go.
when you go to a hockey game and that's the beer can race.
yeah, or even like the dog races, the corgi or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But so that's what Soda did. I mean, again, they only had half the classes today, so they had to fill it with something. Kid races in the mud.
Yeah, they have the opposite issue that we have currently.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yep.
So yeah, the first memories of Steve going races, we were probably like 8 or 9, and me and Jaden and my brother would always bring our pedal bikes, and we have these plastic ramps. Well, and Steve and his buddies, they'd always go to Fall Crandon, and they'd stay in Jurassic Park, like way in the back as far as you could go, and they'd always leave a cooler by us. And then one of his buddies had this trike, and I think he tried to jump it over the fire, but he didn't make it all the way. But
What's that? Oh.
It was Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually then I worked with him
yeah,
after
then he worked-
college.
yeah.
But yeah, so it was funny. Yeah, well, we would leave a cooler at the Lemke's because we'd be way in the back 40,
Yeah.
and then we would leave a cooler, and then so that in between races we always come down, grab a drink, go back up to the races, and go back and forth. It was a lot of There's a lot of fun in the back. Not like what it is today, I don't think. It's tamed down a lot.
Yeah,
just
a
'cause,
lot.
I mean, there's a lot more families back there, but
True.
Yeah.
yeah, it was we had a lot of parties back there. It was, I mean, one year they had they had a monster trailer in the back, and we're like, "What is this for?" And they're just like, "To party."
Oh.
Like, do you have alcohol? And they're like, "Nope, but you can bring it." We just giving out Monster. They just had a random ass Monster trailer,
Yeah.
just sitting out there, and it's like we even brought our
And that's how
egg
Monster,
toss over there.
that's how
so-
Monster Vodka was born.
I don't know what. Yeah.
or Jaeger bombs or whatever.
Well, no, that was always born way before that. No, it was. There was a lot of fun that came back, and then in the morning I'd wake up, and Todd would always have coffee for me, like he still does, and then I would pedal bike all the way into the rain because it always rained in Crandon, and I'd get out of my tent and then go grab a coffee and then wheel back, and everyone's like, "Where'd you get coffee from?" And I'm like, "From the pits." Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
why don't you guys
Jurassic
go?
Park is so much changed over all the years. It's way different back there.
Speaking of coolers, anybody need refills?
Probably. I mean, this one's.
I need a refill.
What do you want?
I'll take one of those twisted teas. It's been predicted that we're gonna kill that tower record by
Why? Because we're gonna have taller cans.
You guys blew it by bringing the big can.
Steve, you need one?
Yeah.
Twisted tea?
Sure. We might as well. Yeah. Might as well get a
So,
base down.
It doesn't
Twisted
even
Tea.
qualify because Ben's gonna be helping with the tower.
Oh no, this is
They have the couch tower.
this is two different teams.
Yeah, the couch tower.
Got two
No,
now.
that should count for us because Vince doesn't drink because he's responsible.
Yeah.
5 people. What do you?
Just me and Ben.
So getting back to pitting, what is the toughest track to be in the pits for?
Bark River.
Yeah.
Can't see anything.
It like that's
sign.
my yeah. That's my favorite track to go to, and then now racing on it. It is like a fun, flowy. It is a fun track. Sometimes it could be down to a 1 lane, but just for the hot pits alone, now that you can't see anything, it's coming off of a corner or even the flyover. You don't know, like that was the thing with Michael Meister. Didn't even know that he had a flat until it was off it debeated, and then so he was already half a lap down by the time he came in. So then we couldn't help him to stay on the lead lap. But that alone, I would say, is you'd think that would be an easy track to be for hot pits because that gives us enough time because it's a bigger track. But when you can't see, and then
It's like even just like this decision whether, because they have that area you can go out and watch. It's the decision whether you go out and watch
And then
or
have to
you stay
run.
back there or you go back and you just sit there and you don't see anything. Like for a light buggy, Pyburn got a flat, and me and Jaden were sitting out watching out in front of the signs, and we didn't know he had a flat until he came over the Taco Bell jump. Well, by the time he's coming over a Taco Bell jump and you got to run all the way back, it's tough to get there in time because it's like it just sucks that you can't be right by your stuff in the pits and see anything. But no,
I would agree. I remember my time in the pits back there when I helped out the Lumkeys and Knockers, and it sucked back there. It hasn't changed, has it? It's still back behind the signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like you wish it would be like in front of the grandstands,
yeah.
like that.
Why
That'd
just
be
in
the
front of the sign?
or in front of the sign.
I could do that. Yeah.
So then, what track has the best pits?
Lena,
Lena.
Anago.
Well, yeah, ERX.
ERX was. It's still. It's
Because they put that.
they put a
the screen up
TV.
for
It was
you.
a couple It's still delayed,
Yeah.
but at least they gave us something to like we can watch
They
at
tried.
least the whole race. But I would say at least Anago and Lena, you can watch the entire race, or you can watch your drivers, or you can see what's. I mean, light buggy. There's 5. Well, I'm not there anymore, but
There's more than- we have-
there's 6.
There's 2 from RNS. There's Tom and Drew, Evan, you,
And Connor.
and
so that's
Connor. 3 from RNS. Evan, you. So that's 5.
Greg.
And then we have Greg Stingle now.
Probably
Yeah,
better.
Greg wants. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's in the points. He needs
So
a little help.
yeah, Stingle's in the points now. He wants help from the Hot Pit Sluts. And then so there's 7 light buggies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
7?
you got to watch 7 cars. The TV's not going to watch all 7.
Yeah.
So you're always constantly. I mean,
So why don't you guys have a radio?
They only have a radio for Evan and us.
now what RNS?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should get everybody that's
We
signed
don't
up.
have that many people.
That would be
Signed up for
that'd be
service.
really hard.
That's their choice.
Yeah, I suppose.
So if they don't want to give us the radio,
Yeah.
No,
they
but
don't want to
even-
give us the radio. No, we would just
One
leave it
ear will be
open.
one and one the other one.
Because RNS always gives us one.
Yeah.
Every now and then they
Which
did,
they
but now
cover all
now they
3
did.
cars. So if like,
Yeah,
one's
true.
got a flat, they go.
But I mean, and for light buggies specifically, usually they'll just go up and tell Mark, Evan's dad, hey, we're like, for anybody that we don't have a radio for, and then Mark will radio, and then Vince will be like, oh, they're coming in. But
Wheelands is pretty cool.
besides the fact, besides
He almost got rolled into.
yeah, besides the Sportsman side by side, almost rolled right on top
Yeah.
of the truck. But other than that,
Who was that?
that was
the
Carson
young-
Hill.
Carson Hill, yeah.
The day
Twice.
before, the day before he had mud in his eyes
Yep.
and he came in the hot pits, and then the second day he came flipping in.
Landed in
Like-
the creek and then just took
Yeah,
off.
took off.
Yeah, if that creek wasn't there, we would have got. So then that was our learning lesson was move further.
Yeah, to
And
the
then
middle of the
we were
town
watching
even
Pro.
more.
I'm like Pro 2. That truck would be over
India.
us. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Carson Hill, isn't that? That's the younger kid, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's tiny. He's
Yeah,
got
I
like a
didn't-
booster seat in his car to be able to see his.
Jesus.
So you guys have an eye cleaning station
Oh,
too?
Well,
Just a
I
water
had
bottle.
I
We
just
had
had
a water
water
bottle,
and a rag, and the was it Whitey, who's a safety? He's like, "Can you help him out? We got to go somewhere else." I'm like, "Yeah, I can help him out." And then he took his helmet off, and yeah, his eyes were caked with mud at Missouri. And then I can hear his like dad radioing to him like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I'm like, "He's getting his helmet off. Like, give him a second. I'll get him back." And then yeah, I'm like, "Can you see?" And he's like, "Barely." I'm like, "Just don't go." I'm like, it's not worth it. Like, if you can't see, don't go out there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I go. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That'll be the next 13-year-old that takes over.
No, Colt St.
Prospect.
Peter's.
Yeah,
Yeah, St. Peter. Well, we'll see.
They're
I mean,
both good, but-
well, where was Hill from?
Carson Hill's from
Missouri, I think.
Oh, they're both.
No,
I think
Code is
Colt from
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
I don't know. Do they drive? Do they drive
No,
every
Coda-
single
I think
weekend,
they
or they
stay up
stay
here.
somewhere?
Oh,
You would think they gotta stay somewhere
There's no
nearby.
way they
Missouri,
drive from
maybe. That's not that far.
I don't know. We did that trip. I
It's
mean,
like 10
Only
hours.
12 hours.
10, 12
that
hours.
is not fun.
It would not be fun for a
I didn't do it.
right?
I didn't do it. I flew.
Yeah, you flew.
Pro.
Bro.
Yeah, we were driving. We were driving
Pro hot
through
pits.
through fog and then downpouring rain, and yeah, it was miserable.
Yeah, I had to drive like the last 2 hours. It was
I had to
like-
go work the next day
Yeah, it was like 3 in
Yeah.
the morning. I started driving.
So did we.
in Missouri.
Yeah. I got like 3 hours of sleep that night.
so are you finagling that same type of schedule set up for Glen Helen?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's a maybe.
Yeah. But you're gonna be at Glen Helen.
No, that's only if I have to work in Utah.
Ah, okay.
So,
If I have to work in Utah, then it's a maybe.
what are all the pro classes going to do without the Hot Pit Sluts? So,
I don't know. Is
I
Kyle
mean,
is Kyle
hopefully-
going?
Yeah, I don't know if Kyle's going,
I wouldn't say no.
but
Yeah, he's always every time you ask him, he's like, "Oh, maybe,"
Yeah.
or I don't know.
I mean, we know Jaden's not going.
Jaden's
so
not going.
I think I mean, honestly, and then Meister's not going. So this year, Meister asked us if we could help him. So we're like, oh yeah, for sure.
Got Booth yet?
Booth, we just help out every now and then. He's got his own guys, but
Sometimes
we
they're
always,
there,
I mean,
sometimes they're not. It depends
we're-
on what they can be there for.
Yeah.
so I guess the real question is, how many teams do you actually pay for?
on the shirt, there's 19. But now for Crandon, there's going to be more. Because you got now Stengel, so that'd be 20. And then whoever else. I don't know who's all even showing up to Crandon yet. No clue. I mean, like last year we had Lorenzo, so we
Yeah,
got.
we'll probably help.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
probably end up helping
But-
him out.
I mean, we built a trailer for the golf cart to fit all the tires, but
Like
It's not big enough.
it's full now.
Yeah.
So, what's the upgrade going to be next year?
I don't know. I might have to,
No,
we need a-
no, like the Kirchmeyer,
Like a mini truck.
No, the Kirchmeyer minivan
Yeah.
with the trailer. That'd be sweet.
Pride Bar's got a mini truck for sale.
Yeah, with a dump box
with a
too.
dump box.
we need a scissor lift on it.
That would
So
be
you can
sweet.
get up
Yeah.
and see. Yeah.
That
Got
was
it,
that
didn't
was I almost
Be
bought
like the
that.
drone guy.
That there was I had
You
a
could buy a
I had
scissor
two
lift
I had
and
two
all
things
in
I was
there.
about to buy,
Good.
and it was the cart I have now, and then there was like a Toro like Yardman that had a scissor lift and a ooh, dump back to
What
it.
about a Cushman? Those things are pretty sweet.
Is it?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I was
Cushmans
looking.
are pretty cool.
That sounds like a pretty cushy name.
Yeah. Is that those like 3-wheel things?
No, they're
Oh.
4-wheel.
Get out.
But-
Old ambulance got it out.
Yeah, I think those
With
Hon-
racks.
those
The
Honda
racks
little
for tires and the
minivan.
ambulance.
mini
little
trucks.
mini
I think
truck?
that's got to
Yeah.
be the best.
Or like the ones
option.
that Millhausen has.
You just can't
too.
drive to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cornfield.
Yeah, no cornfields with those.
The mounted team.
I mean, they're they can do it.
Yeah.
They got away with it.
Yeah.
Air jack.
Well,
Nah.
They didn't
Air
really-
jack's not fast enough.
it doesn't drop fast enough.
No.
What? put some return springs on that thing.
There's like a couple, like there's some guys at Sportsman Side by Side and a couple other classes that
Oh, yeah.
they have airbags. It just never seems to work out. To like usually they'll put it under and then it's like an airbag, right? So it's flimsy and it never just picks it up quite. They always have trouble with it. But it is it's a good idea, but I don't know.
It's every time you guys get on TV and someone's running the jack, it's
Yeah.
always like
Jordan.
When Jordan's there, he's pretty good.
Jordan is he's whipping the jack.
The question is, how many rotator cuffs have been damaged over a jack?
Well, that's why he's only been there part time.
Yeah.
No, but this year we got a new jack, so definitely helped out a lot. You don't have to pump it as much.
Yeah. You just gotta get one of those 1-to-1 ratios. So you
Doesn't
just
need to have a cutoff.
put your whole body weight on it, and it's one pump and it goes
Yeah.
up.
The video that I had with Ben in the pits.
Oh yeah.
Just hit it with
Crazy.
Oh yeah. That was the old jack, and then I think that's what.
It was the old jack.
That's the gray
Yeah.
one. Isn't
so.
No, it's that yellow and
Black
black
and
one.
The like heavy. It's like
Is that your greatest pit stop of all time?
Ben's.
Yeah.
Oh, Keegan's was pretty quick.
Keegan's was pretty good.
Most
at
good. I would say
Keegan's
the best
is pretty
result though, because Ben, what did you take?
6.
6-6. So best result would be probably Lorenzo. We got him changed last Crandon, and he took second. So he went from back of the field all the way to second. Like we got him out there.
That was almost the same scenario as Ben, where the field was coming by, and as the field was coming by, we were just dropping them. So like they were going down turn 1, and he was coming out of the pits, and he like did the same thing Ben did, where he passed like 5-6 cars right off the start.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that one. I mean, that one, probably the same result, probably the same amount of time. Actually, no, it was longer because we got red flags, so we had to stop and drop everything.
Yeah, we did have to stop.
Oh.
So then we got time to think about, okay, what else has to be done?
Is that actually regulated? Like, or are you guys just
No, but there's
self-regulated?
other. It's not really regulated.
Supposedly for the at least Pro 2 and Pro 4 and like Pro Light, you're only supposed to have I think 6 guys or 5 or 6.
Over
I think
the
5 guys touching the truck and 1 guy holding, so 6 guys. So like you have 1 guy if it's a rear tire, you have 1 guy taking off the panel, then you have a guy on the lug nuts, jack, and then you have 2 other guys. But I don't know that it's like they would watch tape and you had 7 guys, and then they would.
You never know.
But I'm
You never
talking
know.
talking like the red
red
flag
flag.
stuff. Like, is there somebody in the pits that's
No, there's no one ever in the pits, and that's what kind of irritating because you don't really know, but you don't want to be the one to screw over the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah.
if they're not like, I mean, Jaden would understand, but then it's also if someone else
it's
comes
like-
in and
if
we
it's
wreck
like-
their race, and it's
If
like,
it's
oh man,
like Kyle, right?
Or Kyle.
That's like a
high
Pro
value-
2
high
is like
value,
a big class. Like if he's running good that day, and you're like he comes in for a flat or whatever, and you're able to get him back out on lead lap, he's a driver that definitely can get back in the top 3. And then if you do something, and then you'd feel bad. So we just kind of go by the rules on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just wondering if there was and I think that probably should be. There should be somebody down there regulating these fucking pit stops.
I mean,
Should be.
they drive
The safety.
The safety guys
not to
drive
give you
through,
guys
but-
any red tape or anything, but
no, but I mean, honestly, when we were doing Lorenzo's, it was other teams yelling at us saying red flag, and we just dropped.
Because we didn't have any radios on. When you get a guy in, you just throw your headsets off, and then you have no idea.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
So do you guys do the cone method where you put a cone on the hood, or do you just
Steve's just
I'm
out
just
there.
there watching. I
Holder.
Steve's just watching.
think there was who did I drop too early? I dropped
Taylor
one.
Roloff?
Oh yeah, Taylor Roloff. That was our quickest.
Yeah, that was
That
our
was
that
our
was our
quickest.
that was our
because you dropped them too early?
Yeah, I
told him to go.
I saw them drop, and then Peter
I
was
was
still in
putting
there
the last lug nut on.
putting the last lug nut on, and all of a sudden I'm like, go, and came out, and then Peter's like, well, I didn't get the last one.
Yeah. Lucky
Somehow it still stayed on.
You look at
because
the
then
Milwaukee
we showed
Field
up to-
or the Milwaukee
Yeah,
Impact.
he threw it out. I think didn't
That-
he get a warning for roosting or something?
Yeah, he
exiting?
did. But that was on the Midwest
yeah.
off-road.
Well, that was
page,
the
that
sportsman
pit
race, the Lena sportsman race.
Was it?
Yeah. So they had that. So yeah, someone posted or someone was timing it, and they're like, "That was quick," and it was quick.
You only need 3 lug nuts.
But
Hey, NASCAR
We got
does
4
it all
on.
the time.
What?
I think
NASCAR, well, they used to.
Yeah, now we have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meister
Meister
only
had
got he got one left
we
off.
showed, I showed up to his pit, and I'm like, "Here, you're gonna need this." And he's like, "Oh, nice, thanks." He's like, "I just thought I lost it."
Weight reduction.
Yep. But then that was that for Taylor's. It was we drove up to drop their tires off, and then we impacted the last lug nut because it was just still sitting there hanging on.
So any special sockets or anything? Or you guys just rolling Harbor Freight or Snap-on or?
Amazon sockets.
Amazon, that's what I got.
Yeah,
I haven't-
Amazon
well,
stock.
so like last year, it was like pulling we have every socket in our bag, and it's like, okay, well, no one likes to just have the same one.
Yeah.
You got Pro 2 15, 16, so you got
Super Stock's 1 inch, I think.
1 inch
Well, light buggy's 1 inch or
or 3/4.
1600s 3/4. Side by sides
Were
are
you
the
3/4?
the Star
3/4?
weird specialty
Yeah.
socket. The side by side ones. Those are
So I ended up just buying a bag of just sockets just for.
You should get these guys that color code them.
That's I have them marked.
Green for 1 inch.
I just have them marked saying this better not be in someone's toolbox because we need it for the hot pits.
Yeah.
So, but then I'm trying to think.
You guys carry a sledgehammer?
Yep.
What else is? What is the Pit Sluts arsenal?
You actually found out we need a jump starter.
Yes, that was the one thing we needed at ERX.
we got vice grips, pliers,
Snips, hammer.
snips, hammer, pry bars, zip ties, big zip ties, very big zip ties in case. I don't know.
Case you
Yeah.
break
Little
a tie
bit of
rod
speed
and-
tape? Duct tape? Speed
Yeah,
tape?
we got duct tape.
Duct tape.
We got duct tape.
I mean, we don't really use that much in off-road. Zip ties more than anything, I guess.
I think there was one time. Yeah, we had to try to
We usually have water or soda, so if a driver wants that.
Juice boxes.
juice
Juice
boxes.
boxes, we had that too. We had juice boxes.
Ratchet
Strike Force.
Yep, there's a
That's
ratchet
Strike Force.
Bungee
Wait,
cord, we got
You
bungee
still have
cord.
Strike Force?
Yes, I still have Strike Force.
Is it the original Strike Force? or
Yes,
is
that's
it,
the good stuff.
That's
it's only
Liquid
what,
IV.
10 years old now at this point?
No, they still make it.
Do they?
Yeah. So I still have like the little single packets, but it is still intense.
I remember when you had like the big canisters and you could pump.
I think we still have one at home.
Yeah, that went into all the
Podium punch?
podium punch, and then people kept yelling at me, stop putting Strike Force in podium punch because
Be
no
up
one
all
could
night.
sleep.
no one can sleep.
Well, it
So-
just tastes like grape.
So, all right, give us the backstory on Podium Punch now.
Podium punch was again another
C-pod
C-pod thing. Him just being a team player. When we had 6 cars in there, he was like, "Whoever gets on the podium, we gotta have punch."
Yeah.
And then we carried that on after he passed, and then I made a gallon jug. And then it was that year, I think every weekend someone was on a podium. It was either Evan or Jaden on the podium, and that was. Yes, we drank a lot of podium punch.
But now it's every race weekend. Podium Punch.
If somebody
If
gets on
somebody-
the
somebody-
It's whoever gets on the podium.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not just limited to Crandon.
No,
Okay.
it's not. No. So the Crandon is just the frog. That's all.
That's the toad.
That's
The
the toad.
Hey,
yeah.
frogs and toads, two different
Yeah,
things.
that's the toad. Toad spit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just the toad. It's
Sunday
at
night
Crandon.
only.
Sunday night only. That's when he gets out of the cage. Todd says he's got to keep that locked up.
It should be locked up.
So
Things bad
Well,
luck.
on
bad
Wednesday, we're going to unbolt that shock shot.
yes,
That'll
At
be.
the golf course.
at the
Me
golf
and Steve
course.
will be there.
Heck yeah.
Better have it full.
So you guys playing now?
Yeah, we are playing.
Evan and I are playing.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need a 4th. We're still trying to find the 4th.
Well, I don't play.
So
I wanna
you'll be there.
Who's the third?
We sponsored a whole.
Tyler.
So.
Oh,
So yeah,
KGB.
yeah, we're Team
KGB.
KGB.
Oh, cool.
So
and KGB's not going to be there.
nope, he's a little busy.
Oh,
You know, he's
fair enough.
getting ready to be a dad, and I think everything else that he has to get before the weekend. So
You're going to be there. You can swing some golf clubs.
that's what I said. Actually, I wanted Lynn. I think his mom plays a lot of golf, and I was like, "Hey, what's your mom doing?" And he's like, "She's already on a team." I'm like,
She's not even on the KGB team.
Jenny, you gonna be there on Wednesday?
At the race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go golf?
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so
Team KGB.
You want her on the team.
So
Yeah.
girls get a 100-yard advantage.
Do you a favor
I
and
hope.
set it up.
So,
Better get your swing on.
family backstory. Aren't you guys pretty darn good at golf?
I don't know about Jenny. I have never played golf with Jenny.
It's pretty
Probably,
No, not like it.
She's really good.
Probably that's the best I've got was a 48.
which is good. I would say that's good for Jenny because she probably plays maybe like once a month or every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you worked at a golf.
I worked in high school, a little bit in college, and then my brother owns Twin Oaks, so that's why he sponsors Evan.
We've all worked at the lady.
Yeah, we all actually, yeah, all three of us, yeah. All of our siblings all worked at Hilly Haven, and then because it was like 2 miles down the road.
Did you work the grounds crew?
Nope, I was inside the pro shop.
See,
I work grounds crew at Real Scott.
Tall Row Scott. Yep.
like Matt Hacker is in the box.
Yeah, I left when Matt came in. I was like, I don't need to work.
I don't blame.
What year did you graduate?
Oh wait,
Okay, so we graduated together. Yeah. Okay, that's trying to figure. Because then I was talking to Kyle because Kyle graduated deep here as well.
Yep, Kyle and Corey.
But Corey was in our class.
No, Corey was I think 2 years younger.
Okay.
Corey Greaves.
Oh, he's been great.
Yeah. Oh, so 4 years. Okay.
We got
Yeah.
a batch of deep year kids here.
So Kyle and Corey, I rode the school bus with them.
Yep.
Back when I was a kid. So that's how I knew them.
Yeah, I was
as
just
little
over.
guys.
I was just over at Kurt's place today.
Yeah,
all
they used to live out in the country, and then that's why they were on the bus with us.
Yeah.
But then where CJ and Johnny used to live, they lived actually even closer to the golf court, Hilly Haven.
Mm-hmm.
They lived just off of Shirley Road, and then they had a test track and everything. So then when my dad was racing, every now and then we'd stop over there.
And his best friend's Jessica too.
And you were best friends with Jessica. So then Dad would go over there with the shop, and I would just tag along, and then
Oh, Ben's on his first piss break.
like
It's called out.
it was always weird because like CJ was obviously I don't know what our age difference is, but I was like probably
With me, so.
yeah, so I'd be 6 years different. So I was probably like maybe 10 or 11 when my dad was like just about getting out of racing. But so he would have been like 6, and he's just ripping it on a little bike out on the track, and then John, like I'm just standing there, and Johnny's like, "Well, do you want to take one of his bikes?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm like, "I don't," and he's like, "Do you even know how to ride a bike?" I'm like,
Figured
around the yard, and then I'm never on a track because I don't have a track.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you just see CJ just ripping laps, and I'm just trying to.
I assume that experience was probably similar to when I got a dirt bike. I don't know, probably 8 years ago. And Ben's like, "Hey, let's go. Let's go to." I think we went to Kiwani or something. Yeah, I was trying to keep up with him. Was impossible.
Yeah.
I watched Ben break his collarbone on a dirt bike.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you have.
I mean, I saw him come back from a break.
Yeah.
Collarbone.
Yeah, I was probably 13 or 14.
No.
14? Yeah, I offered to drive him home, and after we left, he was about to take a left at the park, and I was like, "No, you gotta take a right." And after that, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go."
Moto splat? Or
Yeah, moto
Moto
splat.
splat? Yeah.
Then we passed the ambulance. They called for me on the way out.
You lied to me because I said, I didn't do knocked out at all. No, I didn't have knocked out at all. Like, you fucking lied.
It's just slighted.
Yeah.
Just a little out of it.
It's only like the 20th, 18th.
No, I think that's 16 right now, right?
Right.
Who's counting?
There's no residual
I don't
effects.
know. You're probably closer up.
Seems fine.
10, 20, in between.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from the start of the Hot Pit Sluts, is there any good stories from like the beginning of like the early days? I know it's only been 2-3 years, but
3 years of it?
3 years.
yeah,
Any what?
good stories or anything funny that happened in the Hot Pits.
Man, I mean, it's always, we're out there all day, so we always try to joke around. Okay. I would say one of the highlights was, there's a couple highlights. I mean, you got, like last year, where we were always parked, they'd always see the Hot Pit Slut at Bark River, because they have the camera guy just staring down at staging. So then, like, you get a couple text messages saying, like, "Hey, I see you guys on TV." But then, I think for 1,600, like, so we have speakers on our cart and we're playing music, and then Fitz was in 1600, and he's like, "Hey, you guys should play like some booty."
It was a
booty
weird
drop.
song.
I don't even know.
Never
Not even on
heard.
Spotify.
It was like a '90s rap song
Yeah.
like that. I never even heard of. And Steve put it on, and Fitz is just sitting in his car, just like bumping to it.
But then all of a sudden, Mark and was it Mark or something? Well, who's giving him a prayer, it like comes up and he's like,
Racers from
"Racers for Christ."
Yeah.
And then he comes up and he's giving him a prayer, and he goes, he's like, "I really appreciate you guys giving me that song." But then this is the worst timing ever. Because he's sitting there like, I'm getting a prayer, and all I can hear is like booty drop. So then that, like, from there going forward, like last year, I would just always just like try to play music or something, like try to break up the silence that's going on while you're in staging. But
Loosen it up. I used to take a nap in staging.
Every time I get in the car and staging, I got pee.
See, I didn't get that.
That's why they got the porta potty right.
I'd say
there.
at Lena, I had like the shakes. Like I'm like,
nervous.
all right, I'm nervous. This is weird. Like, what am I doing?
The first time I ever
But then
drove,
after that, it's like,
first time I ever drove my car on the track, I was shaking so bad I couldn't even hold the clutch pedal, and I was like 13 years old.
I'll give you that. You're 13, not 35. So.
So what class do you get most nervous for in the pits?
Pro 2.
It's got Pro 2.
Pro 2. Just because you want to be your best, you have all the other pros that are competing against you, and
You got
we're like the slums, like
yeah,
looking
and
like,
you got Ryan
like, who are
Beat. You
these
got
guys?
Ryan Beats guys over there. They got air guns, and then they got their lug nut silicone to their wheels, and then it's like, well, damn! I was like, we're just sitting here with like a wonky impact, just waiting for Kyle. Luckily, I mean, what do we? Oh, I think we've only done one.
Wheeling
Wheeling was the only tire
one.
we've ever done on the Pro 2. Knock
Yeah.
on wood.
Oh, tire and fender.
Tire.
I always take the fender off. So that's my side job when I'm holding them.
Yeah.
I'll go take the fender off because it always seems like on trucks that's the one thing that gets in the way when they're dropped down so low is the fender to get. Then you have no leverage, you can't get the thing on, and I'm standing there anyways, and I'll just be like, stop, and then I'll just grab take the bolts out, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Saves the fender. At least he doesn't pay for it, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that's mostly torn off. So
That is
but-
true.
And we're unifying, fucking taking off bolts and shit.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one thing that I would say is the scariest is Pro 2, just because we all hope for the best for Kyle, and then we'll help out with Keegan. I feel like those are the two guys that we know the best. So then we're always just trying to be the best. But well, yeah, when you see the other guys that are, all right, this is their one job and one duty, but it kind of like lightened the mood too when Kyle was like, well, you guys are out there all day. You guys know what you're doing. And we're like, do we really know what we're doing? Like, sure, we've changed maybe a tire today.
Crandon, don't they have the pit stop challenge deal on Main Street?
I don't know if they
They used to. I know
used
Todd
to?
always talks about it,
Yeah.
how they used to do it, but in the past 3 years, I haven't seen it.
They got it this year, we'll do it. I mean,
Yeah.
but again, that's not my part. That's me just going like, stop.
Yeah, you
I was
guys
going to say,
go
I
for
haven't
it.
seen it in a while downtown.
I feel like it was, it might have been there last year, but it wasn't like a couple years.
I don't think
changes.
they've had it for 3 years. I mean, I guess I haven't seen it. I guess I walked.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah,
It's
I
right by
walked,
like
I walked
Subway
all the
or
way
whatever.
down. Like,
Yeah.
the last 3 years.
Yeah, it was usually right by the main podium.
Yep.
Subway is there, and the park.
Yeah, and then they have like the interview
Yeah.
thing trailer. Yeah.
That's a super busy area. They probably should have picked a better spot if they do it, but I think there should be we should get.
There's nowhere that's not busy.
That is
Yeah.
true.
It's just-
Maybe we should just start one
I was gonna say,
in the campsite.
We'll just bring the Hot Pit Slut. That's what we're gonna drive down there.
Take the wheel on and off Mark's truck all night.
I was like, we'll be right up where KGB is and just start doing that. And he's like, what are you guys doing? Get out of here.
oh, he's got his new sparkly wheels on though, so
Can't scratch them.
yeah.
What do you
Kyle
mean? Why are
does?
they sparkly? Are they new yellow? What
Did you get new wheels?
No, they posted about it.
Oh, I
So
didn't see
Vision wheels, they got all chrome, and they're like polished chrome, I mean, I can see my reflection in it.
I thought Vision Wheels.
Yeah,
were
I thought
back
they
now.
were. I thought they were done with everything.
No, they brought out a new
Oh wow,
deal.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So all the guys that have Vision wheels have chrome wheels.
Yep, they're gonna be all chrome for Cranon. So you got
On Sunday or just all the whole weekend?
whole weekend, I believe. So you got KGB, you got Keegan, you got
Greaves.
Greaves. Yeah.
Winner.
No.
Yeah, winner's Vision.
Winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just seen a post about it from
'Cause that's
Tried
two,
to his
yeah,
unboxing.
we'd always be there for
Keegan.
yes. I'll say those are the
Keegan,
three
yeah.
Pro 2 guys
They're
that we
super,
help out. Is Keegan,
super fucking polished. So
winner. Yeah.
So you can check yourself out while
Where-
you're taking lug nuts
Where
off.
did they post that?
His Instagram.
Must not have been on it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, me either.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so you can check yourself out while you're zipping those lug nuts off.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I won't
not.
be.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
Yeah,
Peter looking
Yeah,
at
it'd be
himself.
me. I'd be looking at myself.
And then that's too that was the one thing too is Pro 2 tires, Pro 4 tires, stupidly heavy. Then I'm like, I'm too old for this. That's,
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, the one thing is like a lot of people don't realize the amount of adrenaline that you have pumping when you see the vehicle come in. Like when I did Kyle's tire in Wheatland, I didn't even really feel picking it up. Like I kind of picked it up and like threw it on. I mean, I struggle a little bit, but like in the moment, it doesn't feel nearly as heavy as what it is when you're just like picking it up and putting it on the trailer and stuff like that. But they definitely are heavy.
say it. It's
Same
not-
with
it's
super
not that
stock.
fun.
Super stock tires are heavy too.
Yeah, but those are the same as Pro Light. Those aren't that bad.
Yeah.
But
You got the adrenaline like the mom that's got to roll over the car to get her baby.
Yeah.
Peterbilt.
So, okay, so we usually have what we call a site lab, and that's where we kind of ask the same 6 questions.
they're basically all been asked, but you can go.
Oh, well, no, not at all. What class do you usually travel up to the grandstands always watch?
This year,
Oh,
What
in
what can
general.
you even get up to watch a class
That's
in the
Pro
grass?
Pro
there?
4. Pro 4 is the
Pro
last,
4.
and that's the
Yeah.
only one that we get to watch.
That's the only one you get to watch,
Usually-
except from the.
I usually kind of like to watch Pro Light.
Yep.
Pro Light's usually pretty good to watch, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty much Pro 4.
Pro Light, Pro 4
Yeah.
is all we really have time.
I mean,
to
it
watch.
used to be super stock, but now
Now we pit and
Pyburn asked us to pit and Spring Cranon.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I will say. Pyburn is the fastest with bringing beer to us.
Yeah.
Because when at Bark River when
And
we
cold.
changed, yeah, and cold too. At Bark River when we changed his son's tire, his son before we even got back from the light buggy,
Yeah.
his son was there with the UTV
I didn't
with
have
the
my
case of
racing
beer.
Yeah,
off.
see, here I thought he was coming to like yell at me because I took him out, and I was like, "Oh, sorry." And then they told me like, "Yeah, we had to change his tire." I'm like, "I didn't hit that tire." And I'm like,
No,
"How did
it
you get
was-
a
yeah,
flat?"
it was a
And then
different-
it was someone else, but
But
it was like,
yeah,
so I was talking to him like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Like, I thought you were gonna just keep going," and
Yeah.
I cleaned him out.
but Pyburn is
horrible.
by far the fastest. Like he's like, and
That was like the 3rd case of beer we got.
yeah, he gets a lot of flat tires.
We don't even have to bring beer to track anymore. It just gets.
No, we take beer home.
Yeah, we take beer.
So-
we bring more beer home than we come with.
So all the teams listening, do you need water or do you need beer or Gatorade? What do you need
Depends
for
if
the
it's
rec-
hotter. Depends if it's
for
hotter or
Crandon?
For Crandon,
Beer.
hoop tea. Hoop
Hoop
tea.
tea, all right.
We're a big hoop tea group. I love hoop tea.
Or maybe some ingredients for Podium Punch.
Hell of a bag.
Ooh. Oh yeah, bag of hoop tea.
They got a bag?
Yeah,
they do.
I brought a
Yeah.
bag one time.
What?
Yeah.
That was Spring Crandon.
What?
Spring Crandon. Yeah, Spring Crandon. I saw
Yeah.
at High V. They had a bag of hoop tea, and I'm like, I'm buying that. That sounds fun.
Slap the
Yeah, I
And
guess I
it
gotta
was
start
slap the
shopping.
bag, and
I gotta send the wife to fucking Hy-Vee.
I went there to get. I think that's the week that Busch Light Lime came out, and then I was like, pff, got 2 cases of that, and then all of a sudden I walked through and I go, bag of hoop tea? Hell yeah,
Do you have any Busch Light Lime left?
2. After I cleaned out the cooler, I
2
saw
cans or 2 cases?
2 cans.
There's a big difference
Where'd you buy
there.
at Wheeling?
Yeah.
Wheeling, that was
What was it?
Yingling,
Yuengling.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that's still in the cooler.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where'd you pick the Yingling up from?
In Missouri.
Missouri,
Oh, in Missouri,
yeah.
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 I flew in, so I didn't pack a cooler, so I had to
Yeah.
buy on the way.
That makes sense.
But
I feel like that's a beer that gets because it's limited, it gets more hype than what it's
not
probably
really
worth. Yeah. I'm glad you said it.
It's too heavy of a beer.
Yeah, it slows you down a little
It
bit.
was like it's exactly that. I should have bought a 12 pack, not a 30 or a 24 pack.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the 30 pack.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
bought
if
a
I-
24 pack, and I was like,
Steve's always the guy that comes to the track with you never know what he's gonna bring.
That
to
is
you.
true.
All
You know,
That
like,
is true.
bring everything you want. Just go in between seltzers or regular beer. I don't know.
Or he might have bought it from the internet too.
Yeah, yeah, too.
Yeah, that too.
yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
How'd you know about that story?
Oh, there's a story.
From the internet?
Yeah.
The
Who
high
would
night?
have? Who would have known that shit works? Huh?
Yeah,
You would've never
knew.
thought that
No, I
was-
just knew that
Never knew.
you bought some drinks that had what was CBD or
Well, there was,
Well,
there was
there was
two
that,
different.
but there was a
two
first
different
kind.
ones.
There's two
And
different.
There was one kind not working at all. Didn't do anything. Second kind, 100% worked, and yeah,
Peter and I dealt with that.
yeah.
was that a shop night that
It
you
was
guys
supposed
just
to be a shop.
you
night.
guys just
Supposed
sat
to be a
there
shop
and,
night.
Didn't end up being a shop night.
I mean, I think I tightened. I don't know. I was working on the front end. And
I was
that
doing
stopped.
I was doing coil packs, and
I
I
melted
got
into
three
the
out.
car.
I got 3 out of 4 done. And after
Did you have
that-
to go back and recheck everything?
Well,
I'm sure
I only
Jay
got
did.
it. Had
I
it.
think
I
I
only
We're
did the
not
coil
capable of
packs.
remembering what we did.
It
No, that
was-
was. I mean, we were like, oh yeah, hey, we're in Hot Pit, so let's. I don't know. You find stuff that pops up on your phone, and it's like, here's
Oh, yeah.
some non-alcoholic, get you a little buzz going. We're
Relaxes
like,
you or
okay,
whatever it was.
maybe we'll have a little buzz midway through the day, and that's non-alcoholic.
So when you're in the hot pits, you're buying stuff too.
No, this was
this is
random
off company time.
Off company
Oh,
time.
okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were just like chilling in the hot pits.
So then when like it's like, oh hey, like you get all those ads, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm like, you know what? That doesn't sound that bad. Let's try it. And then we all had them at the track at Lena. I think it was the first Lena,
It was Lena, but it was the whatever ones that didn't do anything.
and they didn't do anything.
That was so. The main issue was is Steve got 2 different kinds, and the first kind didn't do anything. So then you would go into the second kind thinking like, oh, it's not going to do anything, whatever it is, and then turns out a completely different way. And then yeah,
So did you rebuy them?
no,
no,
no.
But they
so,
worked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So it was like you just buy it online. You have to put in your address and everything. So you're like, okay, it's got to be legal, right? All of a sudden, we're at the track when we took the first ones. We're like, nothing happened. This is stupid. You take 2 or 3, and you're like, still nothing done. Then we had shop night, and it was a Friday
Friday night, yeah.
because we had like fish dinner to go on the track or out on the deck.
Yep.
And we're like, all right, we'll in the
Shop.
shop. We'll go work on the
Prep-
buggy.
Yeah, I had to prep the buggy.
Jaden and Todd were gonna work on a boat.
Jaden was working on his boat because it was before the 4th of July, and Jaden had to get his boat ready. And
So then-
me and Steve were supposed to work on the buggy, and that didn't happen.
I mean, at least I tightened like. lug
Yeah,
nuts.
he did that.
Oh, maybe they were tight.
I mean, I thought I heard a click.
You felt like you did.
We didn't last very long working on. I mean, it was maybe 10 minutes working on the buggy, and then
I blame
after
this
that-
on Corey because she instigated.
She did instigate it all. Yeah, but
She was like, "Hey, do you still have those?" And I'm like, "Yeah, actually, they're in my truck, but they're like warm." It's like, "Oh, I'll get some ice."
I'll get
So
some.
then,
Oh no,
that's right. I had it in a red Solo cup on ice.
yes. So
And then
yeah.
no, he's the problem because he's like I was sipping mine. He starts
Let's really
feeling
start the
it.
finger pointing
He
here.
starts feeling it. Then he's like, "Hey, you should chug the rest of yours." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I think it's actually working." He's like, "Hey, whatever." Well, I had a lot more than Steve had, and I was toasted.
So it was like Delta 9 seltzers.
yeah.
Didn't know that they'd actually work, and they were 50 milligrams. Didn't know what milligrams really meant to us, and then we
I still don't.
right? And we're just like, oh, okay, whatever, like whatever. The other stuff didn't even work, and I'm like, whatever, this won't work either. So I
You split one with Corey.
I gave like I would say a quarter of mine to Corey, and then she had her own like 9 or 6.
Yeah.
And then I had the rest of mine in my red Solo cup, and it tasted like garbage. It tasted like chewing on grass.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'm like, I just like
The taste should have been like the first
Didn't
clue
think of
that
that.
it was like But we didn't even think about it.
So then so I slammed it. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, that was gross. And I'm like, all right, let's keep checking the wheels, checking the front end, checking bolts. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm feeling a little thirsty. Like I could make a little mixer. So then I had a bottle of Crown in the shop that I got from like the Bing party, his startup party. I'm like, I still got like 2 shots left. Finished that off, put it with some Sundrop. And then I'm like, had it. I'm like, man, it tastes really good. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, this is not going to end well. And then that's when I looked at Peter. I'm like, Peter, how far are you? And he goes like, quarter in. He's like, this stuff tastes like shit. And I'm like, chug it now. And he's like, are you feeling something? I go, yes. And then he's like, all right.
And I had a full 50 milligram one, all to myself. And then that's when after that I looked up how much 50 milligrams
I think
actually
we need
was.
to Google this.
Oh, it's a lot. It's like free. It's like for like experienced
Yeah.
people.
They're like, are you experienced?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was
Like,
like, oh,
this is for the everyday user.
Yeah,
And
I was like,
and then
oh.
like, so Jaden's girlfriend is like, she's like, Maddie's like, do you use this? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, well, this is for the everyday user. I'm like, it's probably why I'm
I was
really
like,
messed up right
yeah,
now.
I was like, how long is this gonna last?
yeah,
We
it
were
was probably
somewhere-
like 3 hours, more than
No,
that.
it was like 5 hours because it was like.
He was
7
finishing up the
6,
plugs,
7
and like
o'clock.
I was already 3 sheets gone.
Yeah.
I felt like my hands were numb.
It was.
I was like melting into the car. I'm like, I thought I was one with the car.
We were watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and then what else
I was
did we
like-
watch? We watched something
I think
else.
there was other things in that train.
So you guys just sat there and watched movies and shot
Yeah,
night
and then-
continued.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
before
Jaden was working
before
on his
that, he was
boat.
working on the boat, and I'm just sitting there like this, staring at him. And I'm like, man, I'm really sorry that I've been staring at him. Like, I felt like it's an hour. And then he goes, Steve, it's been 5 minutes. I'm like, no, it hasn't. He's like, look at the clock. And I'm like, oh
That was
my
the
God.
other thing about it that was like horrible is like you'd be sitting there like watching the movie and you'd be like, man, I feel like I've been here for like 3 hours. And you look at the time and it's like 2 minutes. It's like not moved at all. You're like, wow, this is like gonna be a long night. Yeah, it was.
Well, then at time, I'm like, you drank like maybe 5 gallons of water.
I did. I went to the sink. I don't know how many times and filled up a Red Soul cup of water. I mean, it had to been at
It's
least
the most
25
hydrated
times.
you've ever been.
Oh yeah,
in your whole life.
it was insane.
But he never pissed. Like, I was like, Jaden and I were like, Jaden be like, he's going to get water again? I'm like, really? Yes. And then, like, that was like the only like time I'm like, he is getting a lot of water.
It's just my mind is like boggled by how that even all happened.
No.
But
So that's why whenever like those are being more and more popular, I'm like, no, those should not be. Like,
So
There's a
stay-
whole section because I went to festival before it came, and there's like a whole section for them now.
yeah, and then
Like, I
when
would-
it was,
I would
that
never
night,
trust
that
myself
night I
on
was
that.
like, I
So,
kept
like,
saying to
5
Steve, I was like,
milligrams?
Steve, how
Yeah.
is this legal that you can just get this? How is this just legal? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just got it. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, this isn't Bark River.
No, I was like, how do you just? He's like, I was like,
I was
how'd
waiting
you
for
get
that
this?
joint stand.
He's
there
like,
was no joint stand this year, but
no, they had the
Oh, really?
gas bikes instead.
Yeah, they sold a lot of those.
Well, no, I think
Or they
were
rented it all.
demoing them or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
How the heck on the way to Bark River there's those like 2-3 weed shops. The parking lot's
line?
full.
Yeah.
how many
Like,
think
wow.
how many do you think have Wisconsin plates?
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't-
yeah, probably have.
You would think
I just got
the
my
cops
point.
could just sit there and watch, and then like every single one with a Wisconsin license plate, they just wait till they go across the border.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how, unless they just don't care enough that
They don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're caring for personal use.
I think it's becoming
it's decriminalized.
yeah. So all right, do we need
so Vince, so you don't drink. So do you
speaking of
smoke?
all the water and piss breaks, do we need a piss break?
Yeah.
All right,
break.
piss break.
Oh,
Alright. Piss break.
So how many new people are coming out to
For Crandon,
You
yeah.
thinking?
Like everybody?
Yeah, just like
or
in
for Pro
pros.
2.
Just like
No.
Pro 2's
Deegan.
Pro
Pro 2.
4.
Deegan,
Yeah,
I would probably think the Brock.
The general.
Yeah, the general. I would probably think the Brock Hanmer, the guy with Brooks' old truck. He was there last year.
Yeah.
The
The
No.
Andersons will be
Yeah.
better.
Anderson's will be better.
The for the knee guy. That's
the Spaccarelli. He was there at Bark River.
Yeah, and then what's the
Oh, the
Grabowski? That he has the other.
No, he sold. That's the
Oh.
truck that That's Spaccarelli's truck. Is Grabowski's truck?
Oh.
Because he sold that to Spaccarelli. Because Spaccarelli wadded up that one at
What a funny name.
yeah.
Dude,
He,
so do we get
he
to
hit that
20
tractor?
in
He hit
Pro
that
2?
tractor tire.
No.
15 in Pro 4.
No.
There'll be
How
20
many
for
are in
Pro
Pro
2.
2 now?
Pro 2 is
There's got to be
I don't know.
12.
Yeah, there's 12
Take a
or
look.
13.
There's
There
13
might
at
be 20.
Park
But
River, I
Pro
think.
4, the only thing you're going to get is RJ.
RJ.
And
And
Carlson.
Carlson's 2.
Pro 2. Whoa.
Is
Pro
Carlson
2.
a
Carson's
or
got
just
the
one?
Pro 2.
Who's the Mad
Oh,
That
Madman?
guy with Carlson.
Mad-
Is that the Pro
Mike,
2 or
yeah.
Pro 4?
His Pro 2.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Pro 2,
okay.
yeah.
So
But that-
actually, there's
I don't know, I'm kinda
17 in
looking
Pro
forward to
2
that, though.
17 Pro 2.
That have
Yeah.
just raced.
that have got points this year.
Oh, so 17 probably
I'd say
plus.
there'd be
There's an
20.
easy another
Easy
5.
20.
Yeah.
Easy
So
20.
it'll be about 20 Pro 2s.
20, 22
Yeah.
probably.
And then Pro 4 is
There's going to be, what, 12?
there's 11 that have taken points so
There's
far.
going to be
this year.
11 that are going to race.
So it's probably 15-ish.
12.
Not 11.
12, 13.
I don't know anyone new that's out of that list.
That's
RJ's
oh yeah,
on there,
RJ's
and-
on. Yeah, probably nobody then.
Maybe
I don't know. I don't,
maybe one with the Greaves. Didn't the Greaves sell one of their old trucks to
Unless Johnny
Toyota or
Holzer
whatever?
brings
Yeah, but
his
they didn't
Pro
post
4.
anything yet.
Is Andrew Carlson on that list?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
at the beginning of the
he
year. I
raced
think
the
CJ
RX.
posted something about maybe
And
someone from
Carlson.
Toyota coming, but I don't know.
Yeah, Toyota sponsored driver because I think Toyota bought their old truck. I think.
That was supposed to be that NASCAR guy,
Yeah, so maybe they have somebody coming. I don't know.
but it hasn't been posted yet.
Yeah.
If
Jimmy
it's not posted
Johnson?
yet,
And then you got
Jimmy
the-
Johnson coming back.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah.
He must-
I
I don't think Beat's going to bring his Pro 4 out.
I don't know.
Ooh, maybe he could. I mean, why wouldn't you?
He's too focused on the Pro 2
who's Pro 4 was
championship.
that?
It ain't happening.
He bought Rick Houston.
Do you know?
I heard.
He was
You know
good.
who's Pro 4 Beat has, or
Did he even
built his
bring it
own?
home?
It was
like
Rick
here?
Huseman's old truck.
Oh yeah, really?
So why? I don't know what his thought process is on buying that truck.
I mean, I'm sure he wants to go to Pro. I think he said it on his podcast. He wants to go to Pro 4 eventually.
But I mean, I get like that truck was like a really good truck, but it's also
Outdated.
10 years
outdated.
old, 12,
Which
13.
I granted you do a bunch of updates to it, but what's the point of buying it if you're gonna do a whole bunch of updates to it anyway?
Yeah, I'm maybe I don't know. I guess especially with him being a chassis builder, it seems like probably
Or
better-
maybe he just bought it to see what works and what doesn't, or
Yeah.
and he's gonna build his own. I guess I don't know.
So is Steve after light buggy here gonna go into 1600 buggy?
He's going to go back to Hot Pit Sluts.
I mean, Hot Pit Slut is pretty fun.
I'll sell you a chassis.
I don't. I mean, Matt Gerald has, or his old car is 12 grand. So I mean, that's not that bad.
So speaking
His should sell pretty quick because I think
I'll buy that.
because who was it? Buggy Bo, his sold for I think
15.
That was a steal.
and that was pretty good. But I don't know. Nah, I don't know. Light buggy, I would say just driving that thing. Like I know it, I see it. I saw the class. Evan does it. He does it really well, as well as with the Schultz and Stingle and them.
Speaking of our last recap, I believe what was the stat? Didn't Steve beat Evan?
Yeah, he
Hell
did.
yeah,
he did. Yeah. That's not a stat. That's just a race result.
Race result, the stat I call it the same thing.
Race result. Yes, I beat Evan.
I did call
once.
that out.
But yeah, they all got. I saw that whole crash come in front of me, and then it's kind of funny because Todd's in my ear going, "Get down!" and I'm like, I see it happening in front of me. Like, yeah, I hope they stay on the wall and not come back off the wall and take me out. But no,
So Todd went from getting you coffee in the morning to spotting for you.
well, spotting for pro buggy and then stepping back and having the spot for light buggy.
Yeah.
I figured guy used to drive a light buggy for probably 15, I don't know, plus years, 20 years.
Fairly successful.
I don't know. Evan says for 30, but I don't know if it's
close to
30.
I think it's 25 at least.
No, because I'm only 35. I remember him coming
It
to the
was
track.
before Soda. Or it was before.
It was,
They've
it
been
was in
racing
the
a long
90s.
time.
It was in the 90s.
It was in the late 90s because I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
So
them.
in 19. before COVID. It was last year.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean at least 20 years.
He was
Yeah.
there for at least 20. But yeah, so I figured he could be the one that could tell me
Where to go?
what I need to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So he kind of tells me. I get some chuckles when he's in my ear, and then sometimes I don't hear him, but that's the radios. I don't know. Or it's just me ignoring. I don't know.
Selective.
Or he goes, hey, you know you don't need to do that. And I go, I remember me saying that to Evan, but I didn't listen. So. But yeah.
So is there ambitions for future progress? Do you think
Mod
you'll...
cart. That's
Mod-
my
Adult.
Adult mod cart.
mod
Here
cart.
comes that
Yeah.
conversation.
Mod
Adult
cart.
mod cart would be.
Well, so adult mod cart, what size engine would be suitable?
We talked to a couple people. Well, because it was like, so,
whatever's
Run
cheap
one
and
to ground.
affordable.
well, one, like, what I used to want to do was always start up like a light truck, like Ford Ranger only.
So
Oh, what'd they call
So
those?
it was the
Bro,
Bro lights.
Bro
Bro
lights.
lights.
Bro lights.
Yeah.
Bro light would be cool, but I feel like mod cart would almost be even more epic.
Yeah.
Two-stroke mod cart.
Two-stroke
fuck
mod.
those
Oh,
Banshees. Everything.
No,
So-
you put a whole bunch. You put snowmobile motors in it, like 600 snowmobile motors.
So I think that's what, like, so when I was a kid
Belt-driven.
at the track, it was the soda lights. Like, that was kind of fun to watch. Like, you had a bunch of, I think there were 440s, snowmobile engines, and it was soda light. It basically was like your Honda Odyssey with a 440 engine in it. And then those things, that was, like, when I was a kid, when I was, like, watching, it was obviously my dad, and then it was watching soda light, and then the good old boys if we stayed long enough to watch them.
But so the current class is 450s.
Right now it's
That's
450.
kids. That way,
I mean, honestly,
60
I wouldn't.
pounds.
I
at
don't
that.
think I would really care what engine it is as long as it's
Yeah.
like readily available and
I don't
cheap.
think. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think the. I don't think
got
the.
good old boys back full time.
see, but no one wants those for some reason.
It would be insane to have adult mod cart class.
But
Yeah, you. I think you'd have to go with like a
That'd be so fun.
like an actual motorcycle setup,
ooh, like a
Because-
CBR.
yeah, like a CBR 750 or
That'd be pretty fast.
1000. Just because the 450 clutch
Bah,
pack.
bah, 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 bah.
It would have to get bigger to do that.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean
The
bigger?
car's too small.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're still
Well,
we're
what is
stretching
it?
the frame at least.
No.
So you find
Johnny
like,
Holchicker's fit in it. Anybody can
Mod
fit in it.
cart, yeah.
Yeah, you
Talking
can't switch the
two-stroke
frame.
Mod cart.
No, we're not talking two stroke.
You could bring a two-stroke.
Yeah, it's run with you, bro.
Yeah.
You can put any motor in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Whatever motor.
any crotch rocket engine you got.
500 cc's or less whenever you show up.
Yeah.
It's no, it's weight dependent on CC.
I just know that the 450 setup they have now is struggling with the weight. So add another 80 pounds to the average
So
adult.
don't weigh
Really?
80 more pounds than.
And then you add the chassis, you add the mud weight, you add the tire differentiation, and all that. And I don't know. It seems like we just need more power.
I'd say if you find any, like, yeah, I'd say motorcycle engine.
Even
that's readily
600s.
available.
CBR
650,
600s.
800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw that in there.
I feel like
Mod
I
cart
feel
at
like a
night.
CBR.
I mean, it could even be like,
a
we should do like a
CBR
generator
600?
class where you got to find a broken down generator, power washer, and then you got to put it in that night.
A CBR 600 in adult mod cart would be more than fast enough. I feel like you'd be out, like what the chassis could handle. You'd be out doing that. Like you'd have to be letting off for jumps. I mean, depending how big of a guy you have.
The real
like,
question is, when do we start on making these?
We gotta get a mod cart first, and
Yeah, we
We
gotta.
gotta
cut apart a mod
develop
cart.
one.
Yeah,
but
we gotta make a template.
then we gotta build them.
You gotta build 30,000. You gotta buy a 30,000.
like what, that would be like, it would be ideal to have like a class on Friday night. Like just run, just make it fun. Make
Little
it,
boys.
like just make it fun for people to watch, people to do. Like
Well, even it's something that we're all entertaining. It's something that the crew guys can get into.
right.
And then, as long as they don't have broken wrist after the race and whatever else, then they can go back to their crew
Yeah, because we got a hot pit.
duties. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's like 40 of these things, they'd be wild.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's what
then
it was
you'd
like-
be like
Yeah,
you'd
you
run
do-
it like a circle track
Yeah.
show. You do like heat races, the LCQ, and then you do a feature.
Or if they brought back the crew race, like really crew cheer.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like at Anago, I know
They
one
do.
year,
They do roundy rounds. They do that all the time.
Or
They do.
At,
At the end of the year,
I
they
knew
do
they
one.
had a crew chief race or something, or a powdered puff race. One time.
I think we're onto something here. I think we need a movement.
I would be.
I'm on the crew chief fucking race. Bad Brad in a fucking Pro 4.
That's a little aggressive.
It'd have to be like the
He knows that he
last.
has to work on that.
It would have to be like the last thing of every weekend.
No, Friday
Yeah.
night.
Friday
yeah.
night.
Oh, that's
See that's what. Yeah. See that's
It's
the
either
thing. It's
Friday
like
night show.
Friday or Saturday and Sunday is so booked that like what are we doing on Friday night?
Yeah, it's gonna be a Friday night thing.
Friday we're all out there practicing. All right, let's do something off on the side. Like what? Go up on the hill,
Like
watch
Anago had
like
that,
people just running out.
That Yokohama challenge that when
Yeah.
you know, 1v1 tournament or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bracket.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, the Pro 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
bracket
yeah,
challenge.
yeah.
like if they ever did like so this whole year, us just being in the pits, you like look out at the crowd and you see what's going on. And Crandon dead, Missouri dead. Man, I don't know whether.
Which
class-
I
Crandon
mean,
was so
Crandon,
hot.
yeah,
It
Crandon,
was
you
so
can't
hot, but I
really,
mean-
you can't really.
It's a Sunday. What do you want to do? Go home. Like after you're done racing, what do you want to do? Go home.
Yeah.
So like that's where it's like you're just sitting there going, okay, well, why didn't we just race? We're here already on Thursday. Why didn't we race like a couple classes on Friday so that we make Sunday shorter? So it's like you always just wish that there'd be like
Or like
Pro-
you,
like pro-
if
like
you
a
do
pro
the
race
kids
on
or,
Friday
or
night.
if you do
So-
the kids Friday, right? If you just have like if you do kids races Friday and then you have them race Friday Saturday, then
The only-
you have
no.
Sunday freed up a little bit.
the only thing I'll inject into that with being a dad guy is that school. Like,
Yeah,
You
No,
don't
I
go
mean-
to school in the summer.
Yeah. When's the last time you went to school in summer?
no, but school
Coleman
started.
working out.
School started 2 days ago, so now Crandon would be if you do
yeah.
it
I
Friday.
mean, that would.
I mean, I feel like
I
that's a,
I take my kid.
No,
off
that-
school.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly.
lie.
Like, that's why I would say the opposite. I would say like Anago and Lena and I don't know, any short track or anyone that could get lights.
Yeah.
Do
Crandon's
pros.
got their lights in the-
So
The mid track, I would say pros got to do Friday night racing. Like,
Yeah, you do a pro show.
yeah, but then you got the argument that the pros are doing Friday night racing. You're saying?
Yeah.
All right, I can do that, I guess.
so
So
they
what do you-
show
what
up.
do
So,
you
they,
think-
so the pros would show up. Most of them show up sometimes on Wednesday, sometimes on
Yeah.
Thursday. Thursday
Sometimes Wednesday
night pros practice. That's their practice. They get the track to go practice.
Yeah.
Then Friday like morning, whatever, midday, then they go do their qualifying. And then everyone else qualifies, all the sportsmen do, or not qualify, they do it. Sportsman does their practice, whatnot. And then all of a sudden, then it goes and flips and goes, all right, now we're going into real racing. And then it's Friday night race of all the pros. And then Saturday is everybody.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is just sportsmen. That would be what I think would keep the people like the people that show up at night, because I mean you go to any stock car race or any other race, you see the stands fill up at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday night after work, everybody goes. To,
But there's almost on when you're talking roundy round racing, there's almost like you can pinpoint it down to 2 hours when the entertainment's coming.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can go, all right, do I even want to see the heats? I can just go for the features.
most people.
So that's why
go
you
for the
show up
heats.
just
Yeah.
for maybe the tail end of
So you show up for pro spec and on, which is the pro intro.
yeah, but
No,
no,
pro bug, no, pro bug.
you're actually like
Yeah.
you're coming in like I would say your fans would come in and see sportsmen practicing.
So how did you like as a group? How'd you like the double header at Park River?
It went good.
It was normal.
Yeah.
To us, it was normal.
It went
because
good. Like
the,
I think it made the tracks realize they don't gotta prep the track after every race.
You guys
Like,
didn't.
just
I think
let it
last
go.
year proved it
Racing.
out because last year we had so many rainouts
Yeah, just let it
that
go.
they don't have to go in and groove and they don't have to go and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's
we-
ideal.
I think we could use more track prep in between.
Yes,
They
for the
call it
Park
pros.
River?
for a reason. I feel like it should
Yeah.
be
Oh, no.
rough. Like,
I
You're not
agree.
racing on blacktop.
I mean, we even
It's pretty
in
much
his,
turning to
off.
blacktop.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Well, it's got holes in it.
Yeah,
Driving
they
down
should do that
41.
at every race.
Yeah, we've had multiple people on now saying
yeah,
that.
we had Dan Van Hooven on that was just preaching, hey, set the track in the morning, let her run out. Make the
I mean,
hole.
Wheatland did
It
it.
shouldn't be a perfectly groomed track. It's off road.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wheatland did that.
Why?
Yeah,
Right?
Wheeland on
Wheeland did
Saturday.
that.
Ben wants
never
perfectly
did it,
groomed track.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah,
It was
they
in the
did.
morning, and they just let it go. And I mean, that
As a-
track kind of turned into.
As long as you can keep the dust down,
yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
once the dust comes up, I mean, it sucks for the spectators, it sucks for the drivers. So if you can keep dust down,
Spectators or even the spotters too.
Yeah.
the spotters, yeah.
Yeah,
I
spotters.
say
for
if
sure.
you could,
But yeah,
prep
why?
it halfway between sportsmans, then right before pros, halfway between pros, and then let it go.
Yeah, but
Were you
I mean,
in the pits during the fog in the morning?
Yeah.
Yep. But we again we're behind the wall, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Don't
That's
worry.
fair.
If
When
you
we
were
saw
in the
it, that's
stands
what-
or on the
That's
graveyard,
what, like we
you
were
didn't know what was
watching. I'm
going on
like,
either.
I saw people's videos and everything. I'm like, that's how foggy it was. I'm like, wow, we didn't know it. Like, because our only view is from hot pits to the start, and we could see that. But after that, we couldn't. But
Yeah,
that's
it's
the only
like
view.
pro-
That's the only view that we have anyway. So it's like, all right, oh, it's not that bad. And then it was we were seeing everyone else like from the grandstands going, we can't even see the start. We can't see both starts.
Yeah.
Like either the one way out by us, and then the actual flag and the checker flag.
I was at Graveyard, that little, the grassy
Yep.
area you park at. And for Pro Spec, you could see them just barely. You couldn't figure out who it was, but you could see vehicles coming over the off-camber right-hander. And you could see them come through Graveyard, and you could barely see them going over Taco Bell. So I had my live stream up on my phone. I'd watch them go by, and I'd watch the live stream.
Yeah, that's why they did like 3 or 4 parade laps because they're trying to let the fog.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Literally.
fine for pro buggy, but then after pro buggy, it was like, oh,
But
That's when it started to get humid.
that's,
again.
I mean, I guess you probably see that at most tracks. I don't know if because Bark River's obviously up in that peninsula area.
Yeah, but normally they don't start early enough to get.
Yeah, but if it's something that we start doing, then are we going to run into fog at Crandon? Are we going to run into fog at
I mean,
cetera.
the only thing with the double header thing, like I agree, it was good, but there also wasn't really too many major incidents that didn't take a lot of time.
I think
If
a lot
they
of guys
would've-
had conscious about
Yeah, they had,
yeah.
which I mean, I guess if you do that every time, right, then guys have conscious about it, like where hey, we like maybe not drive like idiots or whatever and take chances, but I'll still like if they have 2 red flag incidents that take a long time, then I mean you're there Sunday till like 7-8 o'clock at night racing.
Yeah.
That's the tough part about it is the double header. If you crash first race, like they had limited time to get back together. Like Keegan,
Yeah.
like luckily he had another could
Yeah.
borrow truck.
Which
Otherwise,
I mean, it wasn't
I
ideal.
mean,
I mean,
granted,
yeah.
his truck
Yeah.
wasn't going to be out there if it was Saturday that he wrecked.
Yeah,
And
true.
He wasn't going to be out there Sunday.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah, that's
Kyle, he blew a tranny, and he would have went through that truck that whole night.
Yeah, he
Because
probably went to miss the.
He would have been right back where he was. Well, maybe not first, but he would have been up there.
I guess they might have not had time to do a full
When you gotta
prep
go-
that
you
they
can't do a
wanted
whole
to
full
Full
prep.
prep.
You're just basically taking panels off, looking at what was hot, what was going on,
Yeah.
yeah,
and that's
that could have definitely
after,
probably.
and that's
changed.
when we got notification that Kyle just pulled off, and we're like, okay. And then we walked over, and he goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Tranny let loose." So
Yeah, he's smoking for a little bit.
It was smoking for a while.
yeah. After I watched, that was probably the only race I watched on Flow was the Pro 2 just to see what actually happened, and Pro Buggy to be like, what happened to, or when did Meister actually get his flat tire?
Yeah.
But
I saw his tire blow.
Yeah.
It was coming off of Taco Bell. He blew his tire and then he didn't know he had a flat and he just kept going.
yeah.
So if he would have known, he would have came off Taco Bell if he would have known he had a flat, then he would have came in right
Oh,
away.
yeah,
He would have
right
been
away.
in second or
Yeah.
third wherever he was, and then he would have been good. But he didn't know.
That's why you need a radio.
He's right up on top in points, isn't he?
No,
Meister?
no,
No, because he missed.
Oh no, Meister, yeah, that's right.
ERX.
Because he did a surprise.
He was leading the points, and then that's when he stopped
Yeah, he
racing.
Yeah, because that's when
Yeah.
when you guys came pulling in. I got to Bark River early, and then you guys were pulling in. He goes, Meister's here.
Yeah, because we passed him on the way up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was messaging Meister after he announced that he wasn't gonna do the rest of the season. I'm like, damn, dude, you're in first in points. That's how do you walk away from that? That's a hard ass
I
decision.
mean, I
to
guess
make.
Well, how many
he's won the
championships has he won?
championships before. I guess it might not.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably still means
one
something.
one
to
more
him, but-
doesn't hurt,
Yeah.
No.
Budget.
but I get it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got his
Priorities.
priorities.
Yeah,
You
stuff
got
to
to
do.
respect a man for holding to his
You're not gonna-
priorities.
You're not gonna win money being.
Yeah,
Points champion.
champ.
yeah. I hope we get to the point where points championships start meaning.
Meaning.
Something
Yeah.
more than a
Yeah.
plaque.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you last year Connor Schultz was probably the most winningest and made the most money.
I've heard that from multiple people now.
It's probably accurate too if
Yeah.
you look at purses and
But-
what's available.
But when you're a robot,
He is nuts.
he's a freaking robot. I'm gonna prove it one day. No, he's just super consistent. I mean, obviously other things have happened throughout this season that have put him on a little bit of a step back, but
Yeah, it was nuts passing him in a late buggy. I was like, holy shit, there he goes.
3 wheels.
I'm like, get away from me. I'm going to hit you. I'm Squirrel.
yeah, you're gonna take that finishing order and print it off and put it in
Yeah,
a
like, oh, yeah, I
frame.
beat Evan. I beat all the RNS.
RNS
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't get my top 10 that I wanted, but
Still got Grandin.
oh,
yeah.
yeah. When I bonsai the barn jump.
I 100% light buggy.
Wanna
I'm,
jump a light
I am
buggy.
only going to put my video recording right there.
Maybe they'll
Just
bring back
that.
the what is it, the Traxxas camera truck, like little video camera that sits at the edge of the.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was at the Rancho jump, but
Yeah, when they had the
Right.
cameras on the RC truck.
That's how you age
drive under the
yourself.
jump.
That's how you age yourself, by the way.
that was when I was
When
a
you
fan.
call it the Rancho jump.
Yeah, but the Rancho, that's always gonna be the Rancho
Everybody
jump.
calls it the Rancho jump.
It's the Rancho.
Yeah.
Jump.
That's how you age yourself, though. Like,
It's the Rancho jump. It'll never be
Can we
anything
just
else.
bring back that video that Red Dead guy posted of Chad Horton, CJ? Could we just bring
Oh,
the jump?
yeah, yeah.
Could we just bring the
I
jump
remember
back
that.
to that where
Yeah.
the Pro 4's barely got any air off the skybox jump?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was like, what happened to
the
that?
skybox jump. Yeah,
Now they're jumping halfway into the
Oh,
gravel
yeah.
pit.
Yeah.
Skybox. I mean, because that's, yeah. It's. Crandon is famous for everybody's going to practice leading up to it. And then 2 days before the race,
Change the track.
the lips are going to suddenly grow. The jumps are going to be suddenly a foot higher. Everything's going to change.
Still not a landing in sight.
Truth.
no landings.
Speaking of that barn jump, we did the only time, because UTVs, we always got the short track, but then we got land rushed, like basically right near the end of the wall. So we never got like a solid run at the front stretch. So we were doing practice one day, and I was like last in line, and everybody's choom, 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 and I kind of just delayed a little bit. I'm gonna hit this son gun wide open, and I hit it wide open. Holy shit! I fucking hit that barn jump, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna die.
I tried it in a light buggy.
Came down, boom! I couldn't imagine a light buggy. There's,
A light buggy, you stare all the way at 12 corner.
at least I got what?
Oh, get the fourth gear.
Hitting fourth gear too.
Yeah.
I'm gay. That's what I'm gonna be sitting there thinking, going, wait, I actually hit fourth now? Maybe.
That's the sound it makes.
Yeah. If you ever hear them,
Yeah.
I'm gay. That's what.
When you're in hot pits,
Ben
that's what it
Holzer,
sounds
that's
like.
what he told. He's like, "Did you ever hear what a light buggy makes?" I was like, "Okay, it's true."
So for the Hot Pit Sluts, 10 years from now, if you are looking back, what do you want to say that the Hot Pit Sluts have the impact on the sport you made?
Just helping a brother out.
Pretty much. I mean, we're just out there. We're out there. I mean, people are there to race. They're putting everything into it.
Or if we can save a person's championship, not necessarily that they win a championship, but if we can save their hopes because they got a flat tire on one race, and if they didn't have they obviously they don't have enough people to pit for them or whatever the case may be. If we can save them and get them back out on like the lead lap, and it saves them like hopes for a championship. I mean, I think that'd be something to even remember, that, I mean, you gave that person a chance, which is kind of the main thing that we're there for, is just to give somebody a second chance, for whether it be their own fault or, somebody else's fault, or just a incident that just happens. I mean, you just give them a second chance at that race or even at a championship.
Yeah.
But-
Don't want them to be out. I mean,
You only get 9 minutes.
Yeah.
You want it all.
9 or 11 minutes
Yeah.
to give it your all that whole weekend. And why would it end when
You have a
one
flat tire.
or something dumb happen, or window net comes down, or anything? So, I mean, half of you guys are racers, and it's like, why give it your all and then you can't because something dumb happens?
Yeah. The minor details that
Yeah.
kick you in the butt.
Or you get a flat on the first lap because of the start, everybody got bunched up and you get a tire cut. Well, then you worked all 2-3 weeks up to that race weekend, and then you lose out on the whole race just because of that incident.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth it just to. You may not be on the lead lap, or you may not be in contention for a podium, but at least you still get to go out there and race.
Yeah, so like we helped out Keegan at Lena.
Yeah. Kept him on the lead lap.
Kept him on the lean lap just to keep him there for points.
And
now he's
in
the points
po-
leader.
Yeah, and now he's
in-
still a points leader.
And that was even last year with Lorenzo. We helped
Yeah.
him out. He actually ended
He
up
stayed
getting
in.
second.
Yeah, he stayed in the points chase, and
And Lorenzo, I mean, he's super, isn't that the same guy that borrowed you guys Lemke's the engine?
Yeah,
Lemke's
he
the
was-
engine.
He gave us an engine.
What was the nickname on that engine?
Elvis.
Elvis, yeah.
Elvis. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I don't
no,
name.
yeah, I don't know why, but no, we last year I don't even know how it happened, but they just started coming over to the pits and
Anago, in
staging.
Staging
His
for
dad
practice.
his dad was looking at Jaden's mud
Yeah,
flaps, because
that's
Jaden was
how-
like one of the only ones with mud flaps, and his dad's like, I was sitting there next to Jaden, and Jaden was all strapped in, and he's like, "You mind if I take a picture of the mud flaps? Like, I don't want to intrude." And I was like, "Take picture." I was like, "Yeah, take pictures of it, whatever." And then he would stop over at the site, and after that he just always came over, and we became pretty good friends with him. And he came over to the shop. I think they came over to the shop one night. He actually gave me some pointers how to groove the radial tires, and
Nice.
so I mean, yeah, I think Jaden still texts Lorenzo and stuff like that. And yeah, he gave us his motor at ERX and allowed Jaden to race the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's what this sport is made of.
You
Like,
don't see that in round racing.
Not often.
No,
It's very rare.
That's what Pyburn said. He comes from I think asphalt circle track,
yeah.
and he said he always every time he's like this like what we do is like the coolest thing. He's like, you never see that
Yeah.
in any like round like circle track racing or asphalt, whatever it is. He's like, this would never happen. It's like nobody's helping anybody out.
I think I've only seen it like once or twice in circle track.
Yeah.
It's super
And
rare.
then maybe if you like family friends or whatever the case may be, but it's not just like
I mean, you put it on the highest scale, the Pro 2s, the Pro 4s. You compare that to a NASCAR or something like that, and NASCAR guys, you barely even go in the other guy's garage side.
yeah.
Where Pro 2, I've seen multiple times guys going from one pit to another. Hey man, we really need a spindle, or we need an axle or whatever, and something that's common, and people typically, yeah, we got a spare, take it. We got one more race left. I want to beat you on the track.
Yeah.
I don't want to beat you because you couldn't find a part.
Yeah. I mean, that was first race with CPOD at Anago, it was we blew out the throw cylinder on the clutch.
Yeah.
And then the only person like we went to beat, I don't think he had a spare one. And then we went to Visser and he had one. Or actually, I think he drove home and got one for us and then brought it back.
Nice.
So, I mean, it is a different sport and everyone's always there to help you out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're there for.
I mean, it's like that, like you said, from top to bottom, from Pro 2 and Pro 4 all the way down to, light buggy or sportsman side by side. Everybody is trying to help out everybody if they can.
Yeah.
So,
Again, you're spending a lot of money to be at the track. Just get on the track.
Yeah.
So I guess relating that to your time in the pits too. So I know you guys have a bunch of tires that you go for races because you do a lot of drivers. Is there any rules you guys have on like the tires? Like if someone comes in you're not pitting for, do you guys have tires you could throw on for them, or like anybody tell you can't do that? Or?
I mean, Pyburn took Steve's tire
Bark River.
at Bark River. I mean,
He took my tire at year.
yeah, he took. I mean, so to a point, like if they ask us to pit for us, then yes.
The infamous pit stop you guys did for me at Crandon, that was Connor's tire. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
I had no tires with you guys.
Yeah. That was, yeah. So Ben's pit was literally, hey, I told Luke, we have tires. If Ben needs one, tell him to come in. And then I get a cell phone call. Hey, Steve. And has his headset still on, and he's yelling at me through the phone. And I'm like, what size lug? And he didn't tell me. He just hangs up. And I'm like, all right,
yeah.
Ben's coming in.
I brought-
we don't know.
I brought two whole impacts with me because I had a 17 and a 19, and they can be either one. And I tried the first one, and it was the right size, and I just threw the second one.
I just love that they filmed the whole thing too. Like, obviously it was during the caution.
Yeah, it's a caution. It's a
mandatory.
Tom's just yelling. We give him something to look at.
It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Even just a couple weeks ago at Bark River, then they had Meister on there, and they're showing us, and it's like, yep, we're there. But
Meister's was a little difficult because he had all the tire cords wrapped up. I mean, he rode on a flat tire long enough that he had all the cords wrapped up in the spindle and
that
all
makes
this
it
brake
tough to get
caliber
the
was,
tire
like,
off.
hanging.
yeah. Well, and after, I mean, like when you watch the video, you can see me throw the rim off. And then I was like, it just looked like I was pulling nothing, but it was all tire cords I was pulling out of the brake. But yeah,
Talking Wheatland, I wonder if you guys keep a spare shock. If you guys can zip that son of a gun back on and off.
So for Kyle,
Yeah.
so Kyle, that's where Peter saw it because he took the tire off, and then the bad part about that hot pit was he has to do a hard left right in.
Yeah.
And that's what made the tire fold over and then wrap up into the shock.
Yeah.
And then took Peter a lot to get
'cause
the
it was-
whole thing
the
off.
tire
We're sitting
was
there
wrapped up
banging
in
on it
the-
with a hammer to get it off, and that's what took forever.
It looked like a cone.
it was a cone
Yeah.
all the way to the inside, and it was all
Then,
wrapped
My
up.
then
kids
when
were-
he
my
was
kids were
leaving, when
playing
he was
it.
leaving, that's when Peter saw that he's like, "There's fluid coming out of that shock." So then we were telling Tyler, like, "Hey, you better let him know that he's got probably a lap of fluid in that
yeah.
shock
Yeah.
before it's gonna go." So then that's when he was trying to lay down his fastest lap to try to get that. So.
And
And-
he's got second fastest.
Yeah, and
lap.
that's when Tyler's looking at the time. Like he just kept going, and Tyler's looking at the time. He's like, I don't know. He's got second fastest lap right now without a right rear shock. So
Yeah.
he's like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
That poor kid. He's gone from Wheatland, no shock, basically actuation at all, because it leaks all the fluid out and leaks all the gas out. Then Crandon, he's got a bent shaft,
Yeah.
and as it's stuck down and
Yeah.
it's basically solid. It's like driving a goddamn like a skateboard out there.
I don't know. I don't know how that happened at Crandon. I'm not sure, but
They were. Yeah, it overextended
The truck that
basically.
came back and ran into everyone.
the truck that came back and ran into everybody.
Morris.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to lay down a name. Yeah, Morris Morris the bulldozer showed up
Yeah.
at Crandon.
Fair enough.
But hey, that was entertaining.
You gotta do what you gotta do,
You gotta
I
give it
guess.
to the guy. He was entertaining.
Yeah.
Like that's how things were, kind of like
Back when he raced.
5-6 years ago, and West Coast particularly was
Very
all
tight
the-
quarters.
All the tracks are tight, so you got to lay doors against each other in order to make something happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see it in that old video of Johnny and that dead rug posted.
Yeah.
The fuckers were bouncing off each other all over the place.
Yeah.
Or like the infamous when I forget Johnny and who was it, Ricky Johnson? He landed on him. That was at like Charlotte or something. But yeah, we don't really get. I mean, Lena doesn't really have. For as tight as Lena is, it doesn't really seem like it creates a bunch of like door to door
It's because
smashing.
it's
but-
because the consequences are so high.
yeah.
Because every single turn is a concrete barrier.
Yeah.
At least I didn't hit one. Wait,
Or a
Oh,
big,
wait.
or
White tire?
yeah, or a white tire.
White tire, yeah.
is that what you hit?
Yeah,
Lena,
the
I
first
I haven't
day.
hit one yet. I was close at Hanago.
Brandon doesn't have any. They just have blue walls.
Brandon has a couple. I got one once.
Oh.
Where? Where should I watch out?
We're like right after the finish line.
Oh,
where it
yeah.
chains.
Oh,
I think it was the short track when I hit it, where you come back onto the front straight.
Yeah.
you'll
I
be
got
alright
one there.
There might be one by the
Oh, yeah.
skybox.
You'll be fine. Oh yeah, that one.
that was my whole goal this year was to
Skybox
not
one, they
hit
always
one.
try and sneak up on you and push it onto the side of the jump.
Isn't that the one that Ricky G hit when he in practice or whatever
Oh,
2 years
Is
ago?
that
at
what
Falcon?
started that?
No,
I
I
think-
think he was all cockeyed from the start on that one.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he was with someone else next to him
Yeah.
when that happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was side by side with somebody.
Yeah, that skybox one is real deep to the inside.
So is that?
The skybox
The tire.
tire, that's pretty deep to the inside.
So where is
But
it?
sometimes they'll touch it up because it like,
Oh.
and they'll push it and it'll be like on the jump face where you hit it normally. You'll come around and be like, oh shit.
So what you're saying is, if you're hitting a tire, you're really not where you're supposed to be.
Well, so back in the day, or well, a couple years ago, it was be really close to that tire at
Yeah.
the skybox. But I think they built that lip up so much that now you want to be more mid. But
Yeah, last
that's me being a hot pit that I don't get to see the track. So
Well, now you're a driver though, so you know.
I'll figure that out.
Well,
when
yeah,
my
you
one
you
lap
will
and a
know.
half I
Yeah.
get.
At least you
Where
get
you're
practice,
sending
bro.
it.
I'll be like,
Yeah. You really need practice.
We don't get any. We just go straight to
"Oh,
racing
your
on
practice is
Thursday.
race.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you raced
get a
there
sight
before.
lap.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
At least you raced there before.
It's all right. Between practice and the race, they usually change it up anyways.
Oh yeah. We'll be
Like year X, the whoops.
Oh,
yeah,
That was
that's
like
why
a
I didn't
couple
want to
years
race
ago.
there.
That was 2022. That was when we were working for the Canadians. That was the infamous year that it was side by sides. It was a graveyard there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Every single time. they
those
were
are
side by
gnarly.
side. It
Even
was-
pro lights and stuff.
Yeah, they were.
Well, yeah, like
They were bad.
one. I think it was my first. I took a year off, and then my next year I went back full time or whatever, and like I hit the whoops full speed and like skipped over them like normal, and then the next day in the race you could not do that. They like changed the whoops after every single practice.
Was that the year Jaden was
No, Jaden.
clearing them?
No, Jaden wasn't racing that year. I think he might have been working for the Canadians that year.
It was probably
That might have been like the second year X when
Yeah.
Jaden was clearing them.
The year where
He
we
was just
ended up-
like hitting the tops.
the year of the tornado when we held down the awning the whole time.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
hindsight. That was really dumb, but
Yeah.
we held it down.
Yeah.
It was the tornado year, and the awning started to get picked up off the ground, and it was
Yeah.
me
My dad and
Todd. and
me. I think I was out there for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
They were
Jaden.
holding- That was the old pole, the awning that you had to put together with the
Yep.
poles. Yeah, we
And I
held
just-
her down.
I just remember jumping to grab it. As it comes down, all the water pours right on my face. I was like, really? I'm standing right here, and it's all just pouring on me.
Well, that was like Lena.
That would be like Lena.
Even like
Lena.
Lena this year.
Lena,
The sportsman's race.
Yep.
Yeah. We were just hanging out, or whatever. All of a sudden, it started downpouring.
Yeah,
And all of a
Evan and
sudden
I
I
are holding it down, and then
And
Todd
yeah.
Todd was holding down his one awning, and then he let it go because he knew it was gonna go. It already started tearing,
Yeah.
and then came over by us to hold it down. And it's like,
We had
Here we
like
go,
5
another one.
people on our awning, and every time the big wind gusts, they just like shake, like it just move us back and forth the whole time. Even the Wheatland got a little windy.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either it's raining or it's really hot.
So what's your favorite track? Just in general, spectator,
I gotta say
big guy,
ERX.
driver.
ERX is I don't know, it's fun track, technical, separates a lot of racers, and the one best part about ERX is pit bike races.
That hasn't happened in years.
Still was probably
That was-
one of the best moments
they,
ever.
They probably don't want it to happen because we had more fun than they were putting on. We put on a bigger show than they did.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Year 1 of pit bike races was amazing. Year 2,
Peter, you
got
were
real
there,
sketchy.
Vince wasn't
I
there.
was there.
Yeah.
That was
That year 2
that
was
was a
Jim.
night.
Jim Upsall crashed.
no, yeah, year 2 was Jim trying to bring it back.
Yeah. And then he was talking to security. He was like, "I'll keep those guys in check." And Jim's bleeding.
His eyes bleeding.
Comes up, I told him to stop. They won't listen.
No,
The man of reason.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that happened just because they were like Red Bull was there for ERX.
Yeah.
They were down at the Shillelagh, and then we were back in the Sportsman Pit and had nothing else better to do. And again, you're there Saturday night, waking up to go to home on Sunday. So
I think the winner of the pit bike race probably got more than any driver took.
No.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I mean, I was an owner of that bike.
Yeah. I don't know what Jaden won.
I think
Jaden won it.
Yeah, Jaden won it
It was a
with
couple
my pit
beers
bike.
and
Yeah.
I think it got up to $100, huh? I think it was.
It was close. Yeah, it was close to that because he handed me $40 and said, "You're gonna need new brake pads," and I definitely did because the brake pads were welded shut. But then everyone was yelling because my bike was it was SSR,
It had a clutch though.
but it had a clutch, and everyone was yelling about, "Oh, it's got a clutch." But I don't know. It was pretty cool. I got to run a race. I was like, I'm
Race director.
I'm a race director
Yeah, the following year, what?
For
there
1
was
year.
flags.
for 1 year.
There's flags and
I had flags from the Holchers, but I think they got them
Yeah,
from
we
you
donated
guys.
them to them.
Yeah, because their kids are running. So what it started was the Holcher kids were all running around with their dump trucks in circles, and then all of a sudden everyone's moving out because they're all leaving Saturday night, and then a few of us are there for that night, and then we're there running pit bikes in a circle, and then it started into a race. And then it started into like 100 people that were standing around in a circle watching people go around in a circle.
it was crazy. It was fun.
But yeah, it was just hilarious just seeing that. Then I didn't know what was going on. I was pretty well underway. So then I had CJ.
Yeah, CJ was like probably 10.
10, and I'm
Yeah,
like, you
not
gotta
younger
count.
than
You
that.
gotta watch. Like, I'll count laps. You watch who's the leader, because I can't keep my eyes straight right now. And then it's like, we're gonna have I think there was like all of a sudden we just yelled out like, whoever wants to show up, show up. We had a moped fit, like a race.
No, multi class.
We had a moped class. We had a 110 class.
Yeah.
We had a 4-wheel class. And then it was like, okay, the only money is going towards the 110s. And then the 110 race was like, I think we had a 2 heat race and an LCQ. And then it was probably 10 or 15 bikes that all went down into one. Like, that was it. That was the show and the main. And then I was like, okay, we're going to do, I don't know, 10 laps. And I'm like, I couldn't even count 10 laps at that time.
And then 2 years later, you had to sign a waiver to get a pit bike in there.
Yeah.
That's not our fault.
Can we determine that for sure?
They didn't say that, but they were like. Then it was like people like posting like, "Oh, we should get a gate drop," and then I'm like, "Oh yeah," and then
It was getting real serious.
yeah,
year
someone
two.
like sent me like a gate drop like on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, "Yeah, let's buy it. Like, whoever wants to buy it, I'll bring it."
Yeah.
And then no,
And then
Next thing
security
you know-
showed up year 2.
Next
Now
thing
you can't
know,
even. Yeah. Then it was like now you see kids riding around on pit bikes.
Yeah, remember that one time when Seapot was racing Pro Life KGV, he jumped the pit bike.
That was
Oh.
before that.
No, that was that year. 'Cause
No,
I was
he was
there.
a side by side guy.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
side by side.
When he jumped his pit bike
Over
off
a
of
burning-
off of a table over a burning fire.
At Grandin.
At Grandin.
At
Yeah,
Grandin,
Sunday
yeah,
night.
Yeah, it was like right by the tech barn.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Sunday- that
sure
was
like Richie
Sunday.
drove by, and he like looked at us, and we're like, and he just said, "Don't get hurt," as he's jumping over a
Yeah.
flaming table.
Table.
Yeah, there's
But
So
did you
I
get
think-
hurt?
no one got hurt.
Nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt.
that's-
So
that's the moral of the
that's where we
story.
are.
Except for year 2 when Jim crashed, but
Yeah, but that was him in
That was
front
when
of
you
security.
and Jim went. You went to the
did it to
SSR
himself.
dealership and bought your.
yeah,
pit
yeah,
bikes.
Yeah.
That
Pretty sure Jim got hurt in front of security because then he fell over because his hand was duct taped to the front. And then he had a bloody eye.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
those,
going on over
those
here.
were the SSRs we bought during the tornado sirens were going off as we were buying them.
Yes.
So then I was there.
He was like oblivious to security showing up. They all stopped, and he's still just ripping, laughing, bleeding out of the forehead.
Because when we did the pit bike national at ERX, it was like literally the security shut off the generator lights to our back area, and we're like, what the heck? And then the holsters were like, oh, I know how to turn them on. I'm like, okay. So they just went on and turned them right back on, and then security looked at us, and we're like, and they're like, don't get hurt. And I just kept going. I'm like, all right. And then they got mad because there was a lot more people at our little pit bike oval than there was probably down at the Shillelagh.
That wasn't as.
Buying
I-
buying vodka Red Bulls.
I think Red Bud pit bike races was.
Oh,
Better.
yeah. But that was put on by Torque.
No, that was Bikeman.
Oh,
and
Bikeman.
Oh,
yeah,
Bikeman.
Yeah.
That was when they're sponsored by Kicker.
Kicker, they had the speakers
big
and everything?
Kicker
Yeah.
speakers. Yeah, that was
We're talking like 2017 then.
the last year. At
The
Red Bud.
the,
new
remix,
track.
the remix track.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put on, because that was when like they
That
would
was
put
Friday
on,
night, guys' night.
it was guys' night.
Because
Because there's only guys
Yeah.
there at our pit. And then they put on, like, Torque would put on, like, coolers of beer, and they would be like, hey, it's a kickoff, like they did for Bark River.
Yeah.
But then it was like, all right, they just, like, threw coolers out. And then it's like, now what? Well, that weekend it was only us guys, half our pit, and we set up everything. We're like, it's guys' night. Evan was, what, 13, 14? And then Evan was supposed to go to bed, but then we brought him back out of bed to race in the pit bikes, but they didn't like it because he had a 150 and not
a
a
race
110. So he showed up and we're like, not him. And we're like, oh. But then I think it was Brian
But the age
Brian
and the
Holzer?
CCs should.
and someone from, it was
Brian
someone,
Holzer from Wisconsin.
Brian Holzer from Wisconsin and someone from Colorado from
Yeah.
and that's all I would hear on their speakers, and it was like it was hilarious, just them ripping in
That was the
circles.
first weekend of the wheelie
then-
bike.
And then Rupel was running
Yeah.
around on a cart, and I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Oh, yeah,
This
that's
is
right.
hilarious.
The wheelie bike, that's that big wheel with a huge ass sprocket. with
No, it
No.
was literally a death machine before they put a
wheelie bar
on
on
it.
Oh
The
yeah.
bike that Jaden made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a memory pop up, and that's why I sent it. I'm like,
Now it's the burnout bike.
Yeah, now it's the
yeah,
burnout
now it's
bike.
burnout bike at the
That
shop.
bike was gnarly.
Yeah.
You literally had to put it was, because what was it built from? It was built from a
pressure
pressure
washer.
washer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the mod carts are gonna be.
That's why I kind of brought it up. Like,
Well, it was a
hey.
5-horse pressure washer motor.
Oh, okay.
So we're pretty much talking short course skirts.
Yeah. Maybe we just need
I mean,
bikes.
they might be fast. And like if you're driving, it might be fast. It's like a light buggy. You think
Light
they're
buggy.
you think they're the slowest cars out there, but once you get in one,
Oh, you're
you
sitting
feel
in the
like
seat. It feels like 1,000 miles an hour.
No, I definitely
It
agree.
does.
Like, because I think Tommy was on a podcast and he does roundy round and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
he goes a lot faster than what a light buggy is. And I would agree. I'm sitting in the pits watching light buggy, and you're like, half the track is, half of them are doing what you expect them to do, and the other half is not. And I know I'm in the back half, and I'm like, but when you're in a car, like you are like, all right, this is fast. All right, here we go. How do I do this? And it is fun. It's definitely fun. And I would say a light buggy, you might think that they're slow on the track, but because you're so low to the ground and
No suspension.
no suspension,
No power steering.
no power steering.
Oh yeah.
It is, you are.
Drum brakes that don't work when they're
No
good.
brakes. When I
Yeah,
slam on the
pretty
brakes and I go, I thought I had brakes. I'm sorry.
You don't need brakes.
But no, it is like I would be like going from hot pitting and watching light buggy for 30 some years to now being in one. Yeah, it's definitely, you get that little rush that you like in any race car that you would ever be in.
Yeah.
And like if you ever like that would be definitely, I can see why like Billy Booth went from light buggy to 1600 to pro buggy. Why Jaden went from light buggy to pro buggy. Like it is a good class to start at.
Yeah.
Especially you could do it when you're, well, I think now they say you got to be 14.
Well, if you can be 12 and race a pro spec, I'm pretty sure you can.
I think it's
they can.
13.
I think it used to
13,
be.
whatever.
What's
So
that?
then you should be like 8 and be able to race a light buggy.
Kinda.
Well,
I mean,
pro
but I would
specs-
get mad if an 8-year-old took me
Pro
out. But not
specs got
again.
what,
I'm
100
hitting.
and 100, 200 horse?
Yeah. I think
So-
the big thing with the light buggy, though, like you said, no power steering. That's probably
Yeah, you got.
yeah. That's probably a big limiting
so
factor.
Evan was like, "Hey, are you sore?" And I was like, "No." And then all of a sudden, like, I would say Sunday, when I was actually like, then I was like, I'm sore.
You've used muscles you didn't know you
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. I'm like,
You
yep,
think you were
now
sore
I am.
then? Try the Alina spring race and you race 15 laps.
Yeah.
So,
But that's, yeah.
okay, one by one. What do you think the best route is for, since we're talking about youth, the youth to start out from? So, say you got a kid that's, I mean, you can't race until you're 5. So, you got a 5-year-old. Where are you starting them at? Where are you moving them to next? And say the goal is Pro 2, Pro 4. What's the path? One by one.
If your goal is pull 4, I would say light buggy, ready to start out, just because of the shifting. But I don't think they even have to shift anymore.
Up
You got to start at 5 though. So
sequential.
Yeah, so at 5.
Yeah.
So,
No.
you skipped all that time period in order to get them into light buggy?
Yes.
You don't give them any.
no, I think you put them in a 200 side by side.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it gives them
I would say
Racing
200.
like racing experience in some sort of
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I feel like
Well,
after that,
so
you,
kid kart and 200 side by side is same age entry.
yeah.
So
What,
you have
how
that.
old can you be up to? Like, what's the age limit?
I think it's like 10 or 12.
For
See,
kid
like if
kart?
you could, if
Really?
you could do that, like do that, and then you go into light buggy after that. So then, like light buggy, obviously, like you hear people talk about it all the time. It teaches you, actually, like how to drive like a track and be more precise and all that stuff. And then, like I don't know, after light buggy, you can kind of go. You'd probably want to go into a side by side of some sort because it's all wheel drive. To get used to that, if you want to get them into Pro 4, but I don't know. Probably go light buggy to like Pro Am side by side or something like that. Then you go to like a Pro Stock side by side. Then you eventually, I mean, the Pro Turbo cars are as fast as Pro 4s sometimes.
Yeah, they're
And then you go to that.
always as fast as Pro 4s.
Yeah.
I mean, what did the Mark courts? They went right from light buggy to
Side
side
by
by
Side by
side.
side,
But
yeah.
like,
So
so
they
like,
knew
Pro
they-
stock.
So I would say that's
No,
the
they-
the
no, there
biggest
was
thing that made me the most
Pro-Am.
nervous was just dealing with traffic and the initial start.
Yeah.
So like I felt like I was close to someone and I can just hear my ear going, get closer, get closer, get
Yeah.
closer, and it's like,
Dude, yeah, I know,
I am
I know the
close.
feeling.
I
It's
thought-
like,
I
especially
thought
on
I'm
the start,
close.
they're like, hey, on his bumper. I fucking feel I'm on his bumper.
yeah.
But-
So that's where I would say like I definitely like 170, 200. Like that'd be great for a little kid to start out in. Easy class to drop them in.
I think
do
that, I
they
think
have
it's,
spotters now?
yeah, they got spotters. I
Okay,
think it's
before. I think before they started,
no,
they didn't have them.
They didn't,
Cars
yeah.
and the kids didn't have
yeah,
spotters.
they were taking them out because the dads were getting a little too rowdy.
Oh yeah.
I would too.
Throwing it down.
But
Coming
see,
out
that's
here
where I would
right.
say no. Like for them, I still would say no spotter on them. Just to
You
let
let
them
them
run
learn
their
how to
line.
drive.
Yeah, you know.
Because
yeah.
you're definitely gonna have to be like, oh, cut down. And
How
something
can a
like
stock
that.
car guy not have a spotter, but then they race perfectly clean?
Because they just have a like
They
their
have a feel.
they have a feel for their surroundings where they can just feel it. I don't know how.
They're
I don't know
also
how they
only
do that.
taking lefts,
Yeah,
and they don't go through the air.
I mean, I guess if you have a guy come slide you and then you get back by him, I guess you have to know that he's coming back again. Like
Yeah.
That's 100%. That's why you see a lot more them touching bumpers and stuff. Like I'm here and like, and especially in circle racing, that's how guys know someone's there. They usually probably got a bumper right before.
My
do you know Vinny?
I don't know. You're the roundy round guy.
yeah.
How do they just drive right next to each other without any spotters?
It's all about the noise.
I guess.
Yeah.
Noise.
The noise. What do you mean the noise?
You can hear them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in a light buggy. I don't
mean-
hear any noise.
And it's all the nose, too. Like, you can see the nose of the car that comes in.
Okay. When I was my UTV, I had earbuds in that were fitted, and I had the earmuffs inside my helmet.
Yeah, see, they don't have any of that.
Yeah.
And they don't have a spotter talking to them.
So they
it's
just
only
have, they
race
just have a
control.
helmet.
It's the helmet and the
Oh,
race
so
control.
and race control.
Yeah,
And
they have
the
race
only-
control.
The only time race control talks is if there's like a slow car.
Or yellow, right?
Or black
yeah,
and
yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, I can totally see that then.
So then it's
Yeah.
all, you can tell.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anything.
So you were
talking to
roundy round beforehand?
No. But, so I grew up racing go-karts
Okay.
from middle school all the way to
Go karts at where at?
out in Hilbert. There was
Hilbert.
a track, and then the track shut down.
So is that dirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
We started in kitty carts, and then went to a box stock. And
So is that like kitty carts like Briggs and Stratton?
Yep.
Same thing that's in our probably kid carts now?
Yep.
Okay.
And
You
then,
know, with like half the weight.
With half the weight? Yeah.
Probably, because there's no cage around.
Yeah, probably. That's
and then, I mean, so my uncle lives right across from Johnny's Whitman's parents, so I kind of grew up with
Okay.
going to the races with him. So
the hitman.
I go with him all the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I
So
spent
how-
most of my
what,
races.
What drove you from the roundy round stuff to off road?
the
How
opportunity just kinda-
how did we convert you?
I don't know. Starting to convert back.
Yeah, he's still a roundy. He's still a roundy round guy.
Okay, so
gonna
every time
put
we,
you-
if you
At
ever
heart,
stop
if
by
you ever
us,
stop
we have
by-
roundy round
Yeah,
on
Saturday
TV.
on the
night.
TV.
Saturday night,
141
141.
is on.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
full.
Boone's coming up in a couple weeks.
I mean, my uncle used to race buggies,
Okay.
and then he was kind of the pushing factor,
Yeah.
and then it went from there.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
when
you're-
the Good Old Boys started. And my dad used to race Good Old Boys. He's like, let's do it. I'm like, all right. So
Who drove the good old boy?
I did.
I always good. The good old boys would be fun.
If they don't let the track down, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to.
How was it going off of jumps in a vehicle like that?
It's like, so did you have like the Crown Vic?
Yeah.
Traditional Crown Vic? What
Was
was
it
on
orange,
the,
wasn't
what
it?
was on the side of it?
It was orange and there was a
5-point.
number. No,
Okay.
5-point wasn't. I think my
So
last
it
Didn't
name
want to
was
put
on
your.
it.
Didn't want to put 5 point on it.
It wasn't fake taxi or nothing like that. Okay.
That was an actual police interceptor too.
Oh,
I
you
got-
had the police interceptor one? Or?
Yep. Pull
That's
out
got
the-
a better rear end and better brakes, right?
Yeah, and the tranny's different.
Yeah.
Because if you rolled underneath it, it actually said police on it.
Oh.
So
Now we know.
Should
Yeah, that was a high setup.
Hey, it's for sale.
Yeah.
Hey, it's still for sale. You
third-
guys trying to raffle it off.
yeah, I seen that. That's that. He races stock truck. now.
Dustin,
Dustin
Rowiczewski.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got the car.
Oh.
He did a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he won every soda race
Yeah.
when soda was a thing.
Are they ever going to bring good old boys back? Probably not.
No.
Probably.
No.
Like if anything, I
Or
think it'd be like Lena.
Bark
Lena would have to
River
bring it
for the
back.
50th.
Lena
Maybe
they tried to
Barker.
do it. Lena tried to
was
do it.
trying, I thought.
If Lena could do it on their sportsman race
Yeah.
weekend, that'd be cool. But I mean, currently Champ has good old boys, and it's called stock truck.
Pretty much now.
Hardest part is building a car for one race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was alright for us because
No, it's get a
we had
four
to shop
cylinder.
and everything, but
Get a 4-cylinder and then you can race it at any stock car track.
Roundy rounds.
So 5 Point, you work at 5 Point? Cool. A lot of motorsports guys work there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben used to work there.
Ben used to work there.
Yep.
Luke.
Good fabrication.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys make tire groovers, right?
Yeah, it's just part of it.
Yeah, one of the small
Tires.
pieces.
His boss actually created a shock smasher. So
Yeah.
5 Point bought that.
Yeah, they bought the patent and everything for it.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's a little desk. Small.
Yeah, yeah.
You can put it on your toolbox out. At the
Yeah,
track and
because
stuff.
the only other one was like a Weir's.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
this-
that's a big machine unit.
Yeah.
And then my boss is like, "Oh, that's dumb. Why can't we make one that is portable? Like, cause that ain't portable. Either you have it in your race trailer or you have it in your shop.
Yeah.
You can move it. So yeah.
Cool.
All right. In closing, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
You me?
We're done.
Unless you have a question.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how about more about your season? You're like top 5 in points?
Third.
How did it smash out after Bark River?
So last I was told, I am after.
David's looking it up right now.
So after with the throwout races, I believe like 33 points
Oh yeah, the
out of the
throw
lead.
race is a huge.
Yeah, out of the lead. I was so Saturday after ERX, I was told I was leading the points race, but then haven't had such good luck since then.
Yeah.
So now kind of we're just gonna go out swinging and just hope for the best. And nothing you really do about it.
So you're going full on wins. It doesn't like if you're in third, you're going for one.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Win the ring.
Yeah.
That's all goal right pretty much right now.
Do you have a ring right now?
No.
No.
So
that's
Kinda
would
hard.
you be
That's
gotta.
Would you be
There's
the
no Hawkers
first
that
one?
has a ring. So
Really?
You'd be the first one between all Hawkers and Lemke's, right, to have a ring?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean,
Well, let's not jinx it now. Come on.
I didn't
guys.
have a chance. I didn't have a chance to win a ring when I was 5 years old. I mean, when I got into racing, there was no kids cart. Well, the kids cart was the short course cart was the first thing you could get into, and my parents were gonna spend the money what they cost when you could buy a light buggy for a lot cheaper
Yeah.
and wait a couple more years.
Yeah.
And that brings me back to I just want to put my point on the whole Pro 4. Like you go, if you have a kid and you're going to go to Pro 4,
Yeah.
I think you'd probably start in side by side, but then if you know you can be able to afford a Pro 4, you'd probably move up to, say, a single buggy or a truck right away, like super stock or something. Because you're not gonna put a kid in a light buggy when you know that you have the funds and you're able to. That's your goal. Like look at CJ. Johnny was racing Pro 4, whatever. He didn't get to race off road until he was 16 years old in a pro buggy, but he was racing motocross, and motocross is, I would say, just as good as racing a light buggy side by side. You gotta know how to read a line when you're racing a dirt bike.
Gear selection too.
Yeah, gear selection. If you're in the wrong gear going over a jump, yeah, you're probably gonna be in the hospital, or you go way outside in the corner and someone might come under you and just clean you right out. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I just gotta say about that.
Or you hit the barn jump wide open.
Hit the barn jump wide open, yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Steve could try it if
So
he
you
wants.
said super stock truck. So what do you think has like a good strong foothold as classes? Like, are we talking? So if we put stock truck in there, we put all the classes in there. Which one do you think has maybe a rocky foothold for the next 5 years?
I'd say stock truck and like just one or more.
Yeah, you can keep on going. I'm not going to ever stop you.
You saying what classes are
Stock.
made?
Which one do you think?
Which
are,
one
Stock
should be
truck,
cut?
stock truck.
I'm in a nice way. I'm trying to say which way.
Which
has-
ones aren't very good?
So a stock truck and pro light, because pro light and pro spec is too close. They need to find one. And I think pro spec is the better option because it's
More
more
affordable.
affordable,
Wow.
and the parts
Not
are
that affordable.
No, it's not affordable, but
No,
the parts
The
are
word
readily
affordable
available.
is manipulate.
You can't even like out the LS3 whatever is not even made anymore, so it's hard to get parts.
Yeah.
But then stock truck also, because that and super stock is pretty close. I mean, I've heard that the motors are pretty close. It's just a lot of other components like suspension's not there, and the radiators in the front instead of the back.
And stock truck count just keeps dropping. It feels like I don't even know some races. There's 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, like they won't travel out of Wisconsin and park it.
Did we see any at Wheatland? We did see races at Wheatland with stock truck.
Yeah,
it was
there.
3.
It was 3, 4. Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Oh,
I think it was 4. I think there was.
But
4.
I think it for the guys with stock trucks, super stock, it's like if you're gonna spend the amount of money on like a stock truck, it's X amount more just to go to super stock, and you have a better truck count. It's probably a lot more fun to drive.
And
better
the more,
suspension.
the more vehicles you get, the more money you get.
There was 7 stock trucks that took the flag at Wheatland.
oh okay.
That's pretty good.
That's
That's
good.
probably more than year X.
But for the record, at least 1 or 2 only race a few races.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
I like stock truck. It's
It's
a hard stepping stone to go from super stock, because it seems like now that we pit for super stock, like that's probably the most people we have to battle for a pit spot for.
the guys in super stock.
they're
Serious.
legit.
Like it's very
it's the most
serious.
serious class I think there
For
is out
sports.
there.
Like if you could,
For sure.
if I guess it would probably be like the Pro 2 of
Yeah,
the
that's what I was about
pros.
to say.
Yeah.
Like if
The
you
Pro
could
2
call
of the
it,
sports
if you could call it the Pro 4s,
Sporty,
you could.
sporty
It's
too.
42
Sports and
basically,
two now.
but they just stepped it back.
Yeah.
Because
But
like all the guys that are racing, like Nick Bang and all that, like he knows he's like that's probably where he's at. I mean, like a pro program would be ideal, but the budget's not there. I mean, working a normal job or whatever, it's hard. But like super stock is like
Super
that would be my
stock is the
goal.
ultimate goal
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
sportsman.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before, but like the most transitional, like advertising wise, for like sell on or win on Sunday, sell on Monday type deal, is Super Buggy and Pro Spec, because they have the most applicable engine package and everything else. I mean, aside from UTVs.
I mean, I
obviously.
guess if you're like really into that, but like I don't think a lot of people look at a super buggy. I love buggies, but not a lot of people look at a super buggy and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna go buy that part." Like I think maybe
The
if
thing
you're
is, like,
into
for
this,
like a dealership standpoint, Ecotech it's not made anymore either.
Yeah, that's basically.
Because
Chevy's not gonna
No, 'cause-
sponsor you.
No, I get it.
well, Polaris,
I don't know why they don't.
Polaris owns the
The
Ecotech.
Ecotech pack.
That's
Yeah,
what's in
it's
there.
their
Their
slingshot
Pro R
essentially.
is the Ecotech version, like Polaris' version of Ecotech.
And
Yeah.
Which if Champ and Polaris could get on that with that motor, that'd probably be better for the class. I mean, the engines would be more ready. I mean, everybody runs.
you just buy a crate
you
motor
buy a
from
crate
Polaris.
motor, but then from Polaris.
I mean,
whatever, but-
essentially you would make, if you did it that way, you would make Pro Buggy kind of the equivalent to Pro Spec, where the engine package is you
Yeah,
buy the
that's
crate
what I'm-
motor from Polaris. That's the engine package. Transmission, you can do whatever you want. A Mendola or a Fortin, and you can change the gearing essentially like a Pro Spec, right?
Yep.
I mean, then it becomes like
Well, they're limited to.
it becomes a
on their gear
limited,
changes, too.
it becomes even more of a driver's class, because then you lock the motor where you buy this crate motor and that's what you put in your Pro Buggy, and then transmission you can change, but then it comes down to suspension setup and driver.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm kind of getting at, is that, as far as like something that you can spec out, something that's like legit.
And I think it'd be a lot better, because like you can, for Pro Buggy, you can, I mean, if you have the budget, you can drop $10,000-$12,000 on a Roush motor.
Yeah.
And some like Jaden doesn't have the budget for that.
I mean,
like,
even the Pro UTVs, or what they're called.
Pro
yeah,
side
Pro
by side.
Pro
by
side by
side.
side. Yeah. Even those ones are getting engines that are blueprinted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the top competitors are signing out for blueprint engines.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just picking up something from Polaris or whatever. But either way, it still transitions to, hey, we're running Polaris engines, we're running
Yeah.
Polaris chassis to an extent.
And
And
I think that's why those classes are starting to pick up popularity, though.
oh yeah, I mean,
Is
well,
Pro
obviously,
Buggy and Pro Spec, because they have the same. Everyone's running the same engine.
yeah.
Everyone's running the same kind of.
To a point, yeah.
I think you could add even just Pro Am, Pro Stock, Pro Mod, or Pro UTV, that class count you could add together, and it would equalize the whole pro class.
Yeah, but the only thing that's keeping people in Pro Am is because
They don't wanna
they're 9 to 5 guys.
Oh, yeah.
They work. They can't keep up with CJ Boodle, Owen, all them guys that
Yeah,
have
yeah.
factory support. Like these guys are just running on whatever sponsors they got. They
Definitely.
don't have the
factory
resources.
team, yeah.
The resources
Yeah, definitely.
to compete in. So like, why would you want to move up?
Hell, I
Like,
ran Pro Stack for
Yeah.
1.5 years, and I was like, should I really be racing against CJ Greaves?
No.
I don't know if I should be. I'm not really up to that pace. But yeah, it's interesting to look at the aspect of the, what has a strong hold, what has a kind of more of a loose fitting hold for classes, and which ones have the more opportunity to grow and
Yeah.
more opportunity to be stronger.
And
Let's say
like,
Pro
the
Spec
ki-
is going to grow.
yeah. The
I
only-
think I hope Pro Spec is like, I love Pro Light and all, but ultimately I think last year or maybe it was the season before, Pro Lights were the top 3 guys would have qualified, top 3 in Pro 2.
Yeah.
So
Well,
at that point, we have too much of a blender,
Yeah.
and we need to have that separation. And Pro Light, Pro 2, we're talking like the wheel width. I don't know the exact, but I want to say at least a foot of wheel width
If not more.
dimensions that's down. So I mean, a Pro Light is running the same wheel dimension as a Pro Stock.
Yeah.
I think if you went Pro Light, you'd have to go back to the carbureted motor.
Well, it's already. I mean,
Get rid
Pro
of the
Light.
Chevy.
Pro Light it's already too fast for the chassis and the suspension. Like you hear guys talk about it all the time, like Johnny Holter, like when he's on the podcast, or even when Maddox Bailey was on the Impulse podcast, talk about how their back hurts because the truck is too fast for how much suspension travel they have already. So it's like at that point, that truck or chassis is basically perfect for a Pro Spec motor, where it's just fast enough.
I think that was the goal when they made Pro Spec, was to get all the older chassis, the 1.5-inch chassis, out of the garages. But ultimately, if you were thinking for the future when you brought a Pro Spec, you want 1.75-inch chassis.
Yeah.
Because then you had the flexibility to go up to Pro Light if Pro Light was still there, but you still had the option of that, and also they were just ultimately better chassis.
Yeah, thanks.
I do love Pro Light because of how little and how fast they go.
Yeah.
Like Pro Spec, sometimes like you're just like, okay, yeah, they do go.
Yeah,
exactly
Pro
what they're
Buggies.
supposed to.
Pro Buggies lap times are fast. than Pro
80
Spec.
miles an hour.
But that's what there needs to be a little bit of a
They're all so
little bit of a gap.
close.
Like I wish Pro Spec was just a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And then I'd be, yep, that's the class.
Yeah, and maybe rulebook opens up the gear selection a little bit more.
That also might be because I'm thinking about Bro Light. Like
You got that all up in your brain.
I think what they could have did better with Pro Spec was they should have locked the gears in the transmission and told you like you only could run like and open the rear end. Like you can and then give you 2 rear end ratios, one for long track, one for short track.
Yep.
That would even make it so much closer because now you got guys like Beats kids and Chris and Vissers who've been racing a long time. They know the gears you got to run at each track. Well, now you say I'm
But
racing Pro Spec. Now I'm brand new. No, I have no idea what gears I need to buy. You can buy every
You go,
gear
you
need.
go to a level paint, like
It should have been.
level
It should have been a
playing
lock
field.
transmission. That's what it
Yeah.
should have been.
But I think the transmission was the easier gear switch out for
Yeah,
cost
but
wise.
every pro
No.
every pro light
Every
had
pro
an
light
open
has rear
end.
ends.
Yeah, so then
Every pro light
a quick
has
change rear
different
end,
rear
whatever you
ends.
call it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the biggest thing, yes, I would say when CPOD transitioned, it was like, okay, hey, they gave you their stock transmission, and you're like, okay, this is what we're supposed to run, and then they're like, no, that's not the right gearing. So now you're constantly trying to figure out the gearing and do all that. And like Evan said, it's like if they would have locked the transmission and opened up 2 different gear or 3 different gear packages for your rear end, that would have been even another game changer of, all right, everyone's on the same playing field instead of having to try to battle and figure out where you're supposed to be at for every track, every little shift.
Then
point,
it
every
really
little-
does become driver and your suspension setup.
Yeah.
It's all,
But-
that's what it becomes.
But also, we can't fully just set aside the mechanic-tree of it.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to be, you still need a good crew chief. You still need a good guy
Yeah, that's
in
part
the
of it.
pits.
That's
Like,
true, but I mean,
a lot
if
of-
you're gonna expect pro spec to be your starter class, like you got 15-year-olds coming
It's
in,
like a light buggy.
I
It's
think
pretty much a light buggy.
you
with
want them to
profile.
come in and be like, it is your driver class. It
Yeah.
is. It shouldn't. It should only be shock setup, and that's pretty much. And then the
Tires, shocks.
tires, shocks.
yeah, I think ultimately the class should have been, like, when the class was formed, I think the idealness of it was that it was going to be pro stock guys transitioning to pro lights or pro twos. And now it's become an entry class for full-size
For
trucks
12-year-olds.
for 13-year-olds. For 13-year-olds.
Mod cart.
Pro
Yeah, like literally.
Well, that's fine.
How many mod cart kids have transitioned?
That's why Chris
to pro
is
spec.
Chris, Visser, and Dylan are the old guys.
Yeah, it's
and they're
crazy.
not old.
And they're not. But
No.
that's that's fine for the sport. That's totally if they're capable of running with them and being on the podium and
Yeah, but
driving
Being
how they need to
respectable
drive.
drivers.
No,
Like
they're
that's totally
I honestly think
it's fine.
I
That's
think that,
that's where our sport is at now
Yeah.
because they were developed with that mindset in the classes that made them be that way.
Yeah.
If it's taking light buggy, even though there's no one in light buggy that went to pro spec, and then there's
six
Parsons.
like,
Well, actually, no,
six-
you're right.
six-
There is
six-
actually Chris and Parsons went from
Yeah.
light buggy. So
Well,
Parsons raced a light buggy.
but
No.
Chris went to
No,
single-
Chris did race light
Chris
buggy.
did.
Chris,
I know.
Chris
I thought
went to
Dylan did,
pro
but
buggy
maybe not.
first too.
Chris went from light buggy. I think he did all three buggy classes.
I think
He
so.
did pro. I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did pro buggy.
Yeah, he
Absolutely,
he
yeah.
rolled it at Bark River.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the camber.
Yeah, they had
Oh,
two.
that's right.
They,
Yeah,
had,
you're
they
right.
had two
Yes,
pro
yes,
buggies
you're
there.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Because
I mean, I mean, there's different ways of getting there.
the stripper has Chris's old light buggy.
She didn't race at Lena, and I thought she would be there. That's why I race.
Yeah.
No.
Can we
But I
talk
mean-
about a controversial topic?
Absolutely.
The ERX pass on Vissers and Wyatt Miller. What do you think about it?
Oh, I mean, we did a recap on it already, but
I think.
so
I
you
think
tell
it's-
me. You guys tell me.
I think
I
that's
think
a.
it was-
I think
it
that's
was
a
a
clean
good thing.
pass. It's,
I
I mean,
don't-
it's not a clean
clean
pass,
pass,
but it's
but-
a.
It was
It's
a,
a
it was
respect-
It was what I would have done as a driver.
It's
and-
a-
but at ERX, what were you called?
So we're Miller
Aggressive
against
driver.
Visser pass.
Yeah.
So Evan, you were called an aggressive driver, but not Wyatt.
Which I think it was an aggressive pass, but Wyatt did say like that's what Nick would have done, and I think that's 100% true. I think if Nick Visser's in that spot and he gains 10 truck lengths on the third place truck right there, and you have an opening, I think Nick takes it. Like I think
The door was open, the speed was there. Like,
It's true. I don't.
yeah,
I don't know how like he was. It was legitly 15 truck lengths that he was back. Then all of a sudden he gained like 10 truck lengths for whatever reason. I don't know what reason it was, but I mean the door was
He
open.
found the nitrous.
Musta. I don't know, but the door was open and he
Had the
took
beat
it.
button.
the beat button.
I think what was worse was when Vissers tried to come back off the step down jump.
Yeah.
And went right to
Driver's door.
Yeah.
right to the rear driver's side. Like if Vissers catches him right there and turns him sideways,
Maybe
he's
came at us
barrel
in the
rolling
pits.
into a fence.
All I know is in demo derby, the driver's door is a no-go.
Yeah, off limits.
They put orange marks on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got two opinions.
My
So you
opinion?
think- yeah.
I would say, yeah, he was. Wyatt was going in for a mission.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know why he caught up so much because they're like that whole race. He's behind him, and then all of a sudden, that's all I saw was a camera view from basically the pits, and then like all you see him is catch him, hit his front door, and then kept going.
Yeah.
So somehow he gained that ground. Would he have made that corner? No, without Visser. But again, it's the last lap, 2 turns to go.
Yeah. Pressure's
Now
on.
being in a lay buggy, I would have did it.
I mean, it's kind of what we've become accustomed to a little bit in like the pro spec pro light class too. It's kind of been the past 2-3 years. It's kind of been like a not a rough. I mean, it's been a rougher class or classes. I mean, it's meant. I guess it's meant for door-to-door racing. So
I think it's meant for good learning.
No, it's a good class. I mean, it's literally you. Okay, so prospect, not that much horsepower. Like how did he gain that little bit of skill?
I mean,
One
Vissers
little,
had to make
one little mistake.
Yeah.
one little mistake.
Just like a light buggy, one little mistake, you
lose your momentum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
my-
lost 2 positions because I went out in the dust. I sucked. I could have went in the top 10 where I wanted to be, and that's what Todd told me. He's like, "What are you doing? Calm down." And I'm like, I just want to get around.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
My evaluation, I guess I don't bring in how fast he gained up. I just look at that corner. They hit tire to tire, and even with the energy absorption of taking and using Visser as a moving barrier, he still walked all the way out to that wall on that step down. And so if you take Visser out of the equation, does he make that corner?
Yeah, he's going to the wall.
Yeah, so to me, that's the analogy that I use. Ultimately, I think I've said the same thing on one of our reviews, but I even think if Visser went to retaliated, I think he could have rebutted and got a nice slide job on the actual last corner.
Yeah.
No, I would agree. It would have been,
And it would have been
cut down.
It would have been a door. And Visser said it to me in person. Visser said it on the podium. He regrets making that move after the whole incident. The two moves that he made,
Yeah.
he regrets, and that's not him. And ultimately, I think it's just going to build that class to be a really cool class to continue to watch from this year. I mean, this year it's fairly close in points, and from further on, it's gonna more seasons on, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Like that's the thing is like this year that when Champ said, "Hey, any rookie driver get to go?"
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah, where's my money for that? I didn't get free entry fee when I was a rookie, so I get paid back.
Hey, well,
before.
stop taking the spotlight from the guy. Jesus,
I'm saying.
he gets his free entry.
Yeah.
Get my free
I
entry.
didn't
I
get
don't
my
get
free
paid.
entry when I took.
Hey, do you get paid?
Now I haven't made my entry fee back since.
Well,
So
I beat you. I don't
that's
get
that's
anything.
where I kind of veer
It's-
off from the off road. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
coming from circle track, you pay $25 when you show up,
and you
get it back no
guaranteed,
matter
and-
what.
Yeah,
So I can put fuel in it for $100,
yeah.
and I can go out there and spin more laps than I can at.
And the
off-road.
wear and tear is like way less on.
That's
And I-
usable.
and
Well,
you
I mean,
can-
it's the same with you.
But, like,
And there's
for how many
4 tracks around here? So you
how
can
many-
go to Seymour, Luxembourg, 141, or Shawano.
For
And
how
there's
many
4
laps?
tracks.
For how many laps that they spin, the prep that they do in between, like during the week, is like the same amount of prep that like we would do on a pro buggy or
3
similar.
weeks.
But Jaden gets, I don't know, half the laps, not even a quarter of the laps that they spin. Which, granted, off road is more taxing and there's jumps and stuff, but
So between the two, which one is more adrenaline? Which one's more satisfying? Which one's, when you win, do you go,
I've never won. So.
Try to
I mean,
Way,
I've never.
way to call him out.
I've never
When you do
raced a
good.
sport mod or anything.
Okay.
So
A big car?
A big car. I've grown up doing go-karts.
Go-karts,
Light
okay,
buggy.
yeah.
So I couldn't tell you that,
Yeah.
but light buggy was an adrenaline for a while, and then
The other thing I can't get my head around is taking a left corner with no jumps. Again and again.
But I mean, I can see like the
Are
line.
you going
Like
around
I
toilet
feel
bowl?
Well,
like
like the same
it's the
thing as,
same
like-
thing with light buggy, right? It looks slow as hell when you're
It does.
when you're watching it,
I'm in
but
the
when you
pits
get
watching.
in
I
it,
go,
Oh, I
when
bet
you
you-
get in it and you actually probably when you start to feel like the race car and like how it all works, then you actually like when you become experienced, then you get like okay, now you seeing different lines in the track, and now
Yeah.
you're learning how to pass guys. And then I bet it becomes like okay, it's not just taking left-hand turns. Now it's all these different lines that you can take and all this stuff. It probably becomes really
bet-
fun.
I bet
But-
if you're a 5-year-old in a 170 or 200, it feels like you're going a million miles an
Yeah.
hour.
They're higher up than we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
They're in a booster seat.
Well, just think about it in circle track when you get the cars that the front end lifts up. So they're
It's
up
gonna be a
there,
sweet
yeah.
feeling.
Just
Yeah.
like you're up here,
Coming
like
off
in
the
your drop.
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hard
I don't know.
part too is like so
they go fast too.
The hard part is
141?
Yeah.
you can go there every week, and if you're in a mod, it's $1,000 to win every
Yeah.
week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
hard to
What'd
justify.
you pay to?
I think I've seen
25 bucks.
I think
25
I've seen a
bucks.
lot of circle track guys hold up big checks compared to, you know,
Well,
a lot of
yeah.
jumpy.
It's $10,000 every year at the Clash.
But just look at like not even look at like World of Outlaws or how many 50,000 to win, 75,000 to win, $100,000 to win, or even like at
What's the
Eldora
battle-
they had $1 million
Battle of the
to win.
How can they have?
I mean,
how
like-
can they have that, but we can't?
Because they're not paying $60,000 to rent the track every time they show up.
60,000. That's a low number.
That's low, but you know what I'm saying?
So
They don't have to pay.
So, what's keeping you in off road? Tell us.
He built the light buggy.
Built a light buggy. Well, I'm not in it. I mean,
That's
not
really
really shit.
light buggy.
He's
I mean, there's
Yeah.
obviously something.
Once you
something
got
that-
sucked into
something
buggy
that-
life forever.
Yeah.
There's something that keeps you obviously in the
He likes
sport.
being around.
I just like
So
He doesn't like
Like I-
being like.
is it the camaraderie?
Yeah, it's probably
Is
the,
it the-
that's like
Yeah.
So you're-
off road is a big family.
You're willing to pay for the camaraderie.
He doesn't pay anything. Well,
I don't race anymore, but
Okay.
I mean, my biggest thing
but
was
you still come. You still get involved with the pit sluts. You still get everything else. So it's all about the
I had to
camaraderie.
recruit him to the pit sluts.
You recruited.
Yeah, right.
well, I was coming
Not
with
really.
them all year long.
I knew he was gonna be Evan's crew guy, and I go, "You're gonna need to do a little bit more."
Yeah. Here, let me show you how to work this jack.
Yeah.
No, I
You're
just
gonna need to be in
enjoy.
the pits a lot more.
I enjoy just working on shit. Like
Yeah.
the racing part wasn't my type of tea. It was more
Cup of tea.
cup of tea.
Type of tea.
Type of tea.
Hey, same thing. Same.
But I
Potato,
like
potato.
I like going out to the shop and working on it.
Makes
And-
sense.
At the track, I like working on it.
I mean, like I like both types of racing, so I go to a ton of circle. Less now in recent years, but I used to go to Boone all the time, and I think
I want to go to Boone.
Boone's worth it.
Braden
when
said
you're young.
almost got me to go to Boone, but then his brother wasn't
Boone,
going
Iowa,
anymore.
yeah.
When Boone is fun in your 20s. When you're out of your 20s,
Why?
it's
What is
awesome.
what is
It's
Boone?
So Boone is like
There's a thousand
I've never been there,
cars.
but I'm gonna explain it as Boone is like the Crandon of off road.
Yeah.
David would know way better.
So for like Boone, Iowa was the Super Nationals, and that's where like all the drivers. Well, I don't even say that anymore because it's not big money to win, but you're going to get the fame that's saying you're the national champion basically of circle track racing. Like
And
it draws from a bunch
is
of
it,
states.
Is it more like local classes like stock car?
Whatever.
Yeah, it's your street.
is that
stock.
is
IMCA?
IMCA?
So it's
It's
all your
IMCA.
IMCA
Yeah.
mods and
Okay.
mods.
The really sport mod, stock car, and modifieds are the big ones.
So
then they
it's
got
yeah.
street
So
stocks.
so it's
That's
not
early,
like
yeah.
it's not like late models or anything.
No, no.
Okay.
And it.
Late
And then
model
you
would
become
be
the
like
super
the
national
Eldora-
champion.
Eldora.
I mean, like Benji Lacrosse from like around
Yeah.
here, he's a super
Yeah.
super national champion. So it's like
Did
that.
Johnny ever
It's
go there?
So it's
Is there-
so it's
Yeah,
pretty
well.
much just for bragging rights.
I forget what it is. You get like
You get a shit
two.
ton of sponsors.
You get sponsor stuff, but it's like $2,000 or $3,000 to win. Your motor gets claimed, and
you lose your motor.
yeah, I think that's like
So it essentially becomes, I mean, the same as like a Crandon ring, right? Like
Yeah.
you win
that's
you know,
that's a good
comparable. It's like the same thing. Is it's all about like, hey, I won this.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
bragging rights.
But
there's
that's
a
like,
lot more sponsor opportunities.
Yeah,
than stock
and
cars.
like
Hoosier Tire might sponsor you. And then Hoosier Tire sponsor you probably get.
But that's
free
like the big thing. Like you lose your motor. I think it's top 5, top 3, maybe top 3. I forget what it is. But anyways, one year a local guy, Dan Ratajczak, was in second spot. He checked up because he didn't want to lose his motor and not win.
Yeah.
He got flipped on his lid and pushed across the line and still lost his motor. And then they called him the Frog Station Flipper, and that's how he got his nickname.
Isn't that
They actually take your motor.
don't they?
they don't.
yeah,
give it, they don't
They
give it
raffle,
back.
like you
No.
drive up to the
And it
podium
gets raffled
and you
off.
stand there
And
they
do
raffle your
you get the
motor.
money?
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe so.
Why
And-
do they do that? So what's the point
That'd
of
be
doing
sweet
that?
if they did that.
It's just try to keep the bigger motors out. I think I don't know.
Yeah, why would
I
you-
think
versus
you
taking
gotta
them-
get some money.
Yeah, with the
Up front for
it's
that.
not about the motors. It's pretty much like all about in them big races like tires.
Setup.
And
All
shocks.
I know though is a local guy claimed a motor from someone from Iowa down there once, and the guy turned around and offered him like $7 or $8 grand to. He's like, pick it up and drop it back down where you got it. I'll give you $8 grand. I think it was.
Because he wanted his motor back.
Yep, and they took it back. They put it in a car up here, and they never could keep the power down.
So it's not really even about teching the motors.
No.
It's about spreading out
So
the guys that win the
claim
motors.
rule.
Yeah.
Claim rule is playing tech.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they tech you earlier. And
yeah,
then
you
they
get
put
teched.
you got a
Yeah.
seal on it all week.
Yeah, you get teched, and then when you go to so when you qualify for the big show, you go through the tech barn, and once you're teched, they seal it all up, and you can't.
Touch it.
Yeah,
This is getting a bit over our scope, but like, what is pre-tech not catching that claiming a motor and
no, the motor has nothing to do with tech.
oh, okay, so tech is
Yeah,
all
yeah.
chassis
Height,
and
weight.
Yeah.
Wait.
They might still tech them. I think the motor
Carburetor.
is ready tech before the feature.
But
Okay.
I could be wrong, but isn't like a modified motor like $20,000?
Depends. They can be.
Isn't modified and stock car motors like the same thing? Close.
how could we applicate that to if we could do that to like light buggy?
You would not want to. So
I got a lot of head nods.
the tech
I don't know.
rule
I mean,
has
that would be
created a
great.
lot of headaches throughout the years for IMCA, and they've had to modify it because it became people would bring junk to the track just to claim other people's motors.
But I thought you had to be top 5 in order to claim the top 3.
No, you just have to be in the lead lap. So basically, the scenario is telling the local driver didn't even make the feature. Someone failed tech. He got into the feature. He stayed on the lead lap, and then they claimed the person's motor. So that caused a lot of issues because he
And when
would.
you claim, just
You
to-
still have
just
to pay for it.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
verify, when you claim, you have to pay
Pay
X
a-
amount of dollars,
to get the motor.
and then you get their motor.
Yep.
So it's kind of like Loretta's, because Loretta's after the races, you can claim anybody's bike, because there was a thing back a couple of years ago when Deegan raced his last year at Loretta's. He had a factory bike, and there was a kid and a dad that claimed that bike. And it was like for whatever the standard bike is, like $15,000. He claimed the bike, and there was a whole big thing about it because they didn't want to give the factory bike to the kid, but they
Yeah.
so it's like the
You
same
don't
thing.
Yeah,
gotta do
so
anything I don't gotta do.
at least at local tracks, if you get claimed, you can refuse the claim, but then you lose all your points, and I think you're banned the rest of the year season. I forget what I don't know. The rules have changed a lot, and I haven't kept up to them. But claiming became a big issue because I know guys that would just put popcorn engines in, and they would just basically put their foot down to the floorboard and stay on the lead lap to try to claim other people.
Yeah,
and
that's
it became a
never
mess.
gonna happen off road because what every engine builder like
Yeah.
isn't like known. Like you like some guy or some random like. There's not like 3 different like a million different series like there is in stock car racing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Like
think
off-road,
claiming
you
is
get, like light buggy and off road, you have a certain amount of engine builders, whatever. Yeah, who knows?
But you
what,
still have
who knows what?
You still have the same engine.
Yeah,
base.
who knows what like Colin's putting in.
Yeah,
Colin
you
for,
could you
don't
can
know,
also
whatever.
claim like carbs and like you could claim a lot of
Well,
shocks.
we know Colin's carb was illegal before Spin Crandon for like 6 years.
Hey, you finally got a win.
You did get a win
I
out
got
of
one
that.
win of the year. I got one win last year and one win the year before that.
Yep.
So you dodged that carburetor issue.
Yep.
It's because they run legal stuff.
Yeah. So it was.
Don't gut the carb.
Honestly, when they were looking, me and my dad were staying by my car, and then Greg and Ryan were staying by their car. And like, what are they looking at? I was like, I have no idea. Like, we both looked at each other like, well, we have no idea what we're looking at. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody knew what they're looking at, but
They apparently knew.
I guess it was a Dinsmore thing and whatever Schultz thing. And
Yeah, it seemed like it was like engine package related, but
no, it was just like
I mean,
a
it was-
little.
but
it was like a brass
One little brass tube.
Oh, yeah.
brass tube
yeah,
like
yeah.
this long. But
yeah,
you
we
know,
covered it
you-
pretty.
You know how much air that is?
Well, you
Well,
could-
for
How
light
much more
buggy-
air in the car?
Yeah, for light buggy,
Light
that makes
buggy
all the
can make a
difference.
lot of difference.
Yeah, it made
I
a
barely
ton of
breathe.
difference. Connor still.
we did I called up Luke Alcox, which is your class
Yeah.
rep.
in
for
the
No,
whole-
well,
1600.
that's for 1600.
For
because they do
1600.
against
It's the
them.
same rule though.
Same rule
probably.
though.
Yeah.
But and I called him up and I was like, hey, we did a little interview and everything, and he's like, yeah, definitely. You know, the choke down point is a carburetor on a Volkswagen engine. You know, but you know, here's the tube. Here's that. Here's why it's illegal. And yeah, I mean, it's it's a thing that's, you know, how much advantage is it? Yeah. If that, the other thing, but
That's kind
It's
of like a
definitely-
clear.
No,
It's like a clear
legal
cut
or
rule,
illegal.
it's an advantage. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think
some-
in
Yeah.
light buggy, when your momentum is
we
part of
like
the game, that makes a big deal.
I think that, like, you got to decide how much, like, now suddenly we're checking a bunch of rules that weren't checked before.
Good,
Well, there's no
finally.
tech director.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I like it.
So as you can see, these guys are a real blast. A lot of stories, a lot of good times to share. There's actually an additional probably about 30, 45 minutes of content here. But we feel like our actual podcast, if we keep it to about 3 hours as a maximum, is a good sweet spot. We thank you for watching all the way through here. We are going to use the rest of the 30 to 45 minutes of content as short material. So watch for that on our Instagram and on our YouTube shorts. A lot of the conversation coming up revolves around the good times that are at Crandon, which is the race that's coming up this weekend, as we're going to be releasing this the week leading up to Crandon. So that's always a great time, good party, lots of great racing. So get out to Crandon, check out the shorts, and thanks for watching.